Hey everybody, it's your girl BondyBlue, and I am here with one of my favorite people in the whole world, Miss Taisha Murphy. Ty is the owner and creator of Reset by Design Wellness. Okay.
But yeah, this is a group trip. It's co-ed. This is inclusive of everyone. So if you have your non-Black homegirl that wants to vacation with you, or homeboy, bring him with you. And so there you'll get malls. You'll get that city vibe. And Phuket, Phuket is like a beach town. So that's where you're gonna get the beach. You're gonna get the water. And that's where we do the elephant sanctuary and Yona Beach Club.
Yes, which was
So yeah, so
beautiful.
we will be doing the elephant sanctuary on the group trip, and we will also do Yona Beach Club,
Okay.
which is a vibe.
It
Yeah.
is. It is. We had a
Yeah,
great
so we're
time.
gonna be doing that.
I'll put some
Yeah.
pictures in here of that as well, okay? Because we had a time.
All the information I give you, you can also check it out on the group travel page. But we're doing 8 days. So I'm asking everyone, and you know how I am with acclimating to the time difference. I'm asking everyone to try to fly in a couple days in advance if you can. The trip package covers your flights from Bangkok to Phuket.
Okay.
So we're gonna all fly to Phuket together, and then we'll head to the resort. So we're not staying in a villa. With the group trips, we're more than likely not going to do villas, especially since it's co-ed. So we're going to be at a 5-star resort. It's a beautiful resort. We'll have a welcome dinner. So we have the elephant sanctuary, and then people have free time if they want to, go to Old Phuket Town or to one of the popular beaches. They can do that, and then we'll have like a Songkran event in Phuket. And Songkran is the Thai New Year. And it's there. They have this huge water festival. And literally you're walking around and people are just drenching you in buckets of water. So I think you need some braids, or you just need to be able to fix because you're going to get wet. You are going to get wet, or you're going to need to cover your hair or something. But come here and expect to have fun. Let your hair down, get wet, because I'm also going to be giving out some super soakers.
Ooh.
I'm excited. I'm excited to experience
I'm
that.
so excited.
We'll leave Phuket and then we'll fly to Bangkok. We're doing like a night tuk-tuk tour. And it includes like, stopping and having like different street foods and stuff like that. And then we'll have another Songkran, water festival event in Bangkok. And then people can do what they want to do, with, outside of the times that, we don't have our activities. Yeah, then we will have us a luxury farewell dinner.
Okay.
And then everyone heads home. So it's going to be nonstop like it is with the retreats.
Yeah. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Not come on in. Not come. Sorry, y'all. Y'all know I'm weird. Whatever.
Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl BondyBlue. So let's go ahead. Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl BondyBlue. Okay, follow me on Instagram and let's get into the video. Right.
Hey everybody, what's up? Hi you guys, it's your girl BondyBlue. I'm back. Put on my fucking glasses. Hi there, girl, gents, everybody in between. What's poppin'? I hope y'all had a really good weekend. I did. I was on some chill shit. So many things have taken place. The show might be a tad bit all over the place because it's like a plethora of things that I want to get into. If you are a member of my channel, we talked this weekend. I think it was, what was it, y'all? Was it Saturday? Saturday, we were basically on live a majority of the day um listening to Rashana Landfair's book about her time with R. Kelly. And it's called Who's Watching Shorty? Okay, who's watching Shorty? Girl, nobody was watching Shorty. Nobody was watching Shorty at all. Okay, and that's a huge part of the issue and the problem and what happened with that young lady. Okay, and we're gonna talk about some things before we get into the rest of the show. I definitely want to talk to y'all about that because I really want people to stop making excuses for R. Kelly. I really do. Because when you listen to her explain, like, blow by blow, how this man was allowed to be in her life like this, when y'all was saying y'all blame the parents, I agree with y'all. I do. I do. But I also feel like the people that blame the parents are often trying to deflect from R. Kelly's responsibility in the situation, because what it takes for somebody like him who knows his power, his influence, to take advantage of an entire family. And this started with Sparkle, yes. But the way he was able to infiltrate their family happened because he was a celebrity, y'all. The safety was already there because he was a celebrity, even though these people had heard stories about R. Kelly. before they were allowing their daughter to go to the studio and just be at the studio all day with R. Kelly. No, first of all, when I tell y'all the mama ain't shit, the daddy ain't shit, Sparkle ain't shit, because at different times you can tell they kind of knew what was going on. But what people tend to do is, if nobody says anything, if it's never brought up, then they can have like deniability. They can deny that it's happening. They don't have to admit it to themselves, because it was not a child's responsibility, y'all. It was not a child's responsibility to speak up for herself. It just wasn't. That's not how any of this works. A person is a child, meaning that the adults around them are responsible. But we have a problem in our community, because in fact the community is not okay. Get my merch. This is the QR code support, okay? The community is not okay, because the community protects men over children. And that is the overall issue we're having right now. And I've been talking about it for a while, Brian. I've been talking about it, and people always want to argue with you about these things. And it's weird now that you like plainly see how our society grooms everybody to be okay with this. Y'all, we gonna start, because I definitely want to, like, flow with where I'm at with it. We gonna start with Sparkle and her response. But, trigger warning, everybody, it's not gonna start off light today, okay? The way Sparkle was giving her the game at a young age on making sure that she was handling her body in a certain manner, right? So you have Sparkle telling the girl her stories, right? About the men she's been with, about how she waxes her cootie cat to make sure that it's always clean and nice. Even before the young girl is ready to have sex, yes, this is the situation. Like, you need to be ready for this. There is a part of me that feels like Sparkle doesn't want to admit this, but R. Kelly groomed Sparkle to groom her niece. The reason why I feel like that is because I feel like R. Kelly was having conversations with Sparkle, okay? He was having conversations with Sparkle that probably caused triangulation and framed the relationship like, you should be more like. I like, like, we're just now paying attention to how these PDF files have been so influential in our society that what is now the status quo or the standard of beauty is from the mind of a PDF file, because they want you to be like a child. I've been telling y'all this, right? Being small in frame. And, oh, there are skinny people. Yeah, bitch. But that doesn't mean that you should be the standard just because you're thin. The standard is what we're talking about. And the standard wants you to be more like a child in every way, from the physical of being small and skinny to being submissive like a fucking child, wanting a man to take care of you as if you are a daughter and he's a father and all of that shit. Y'all act like that's not what it is, but that's kind of what it is. You want somebody to come in and take care of you. That's really what you want. And what we understand about that is you want somebody to be a parental figure. You may not be, thinking like that in your head, but we didn't think we were doing anything weird when we was calling niggas daddy and all of that when we were younger, fucking little boys and shit, and playing that game of trying to turn them on. Truth of the matter is, the shit was always pedophilic. I can think of a nigga my age, the way he would want me to be sometimes. I eventually was like, why do you always want me to be like this? And I heard another girl talking about it on TikTok, like talking about how when she engaged with a guy, there is this coercion and this pressure on young girls, even when we're like 18, 19, 20, to appear even younger than that in sexual spaces. Like, and then I've seen the type of the Dora the Explorer type of porn. I don't know if y'all have seen it, but it's grown women, but they have a Dora the Explorer backpack on and a little skirt. There's a lot of porn that grown adult black men really enjoy that is a similar thing to infantilizing and making a childlike figure out of a grown woman, instead of being good with the fact that a bitch is a grown woman. It's like you only want to fuck a grown woman because it means you don't have to go to jail. But if you actually could have your preference, the grown woman would appear like a child to you. I'm just saying, in my experience and in the experience of other young women. So let me get back to Sparkle. In the book, to me, it appears that at some point, Sparkle is in a secret, a competition with her little niece. Even if Sparkle doesn't want to admit it to herself. To me, Robert had y'all in the space of doing this. This is why y'all were using that little girl to like do shit to each other. Like you telling her information, right? She's a child. Why are you telling a child information that you don't want to get back to another person that they apparently spend a lot of time with? And another thing is, yeah, Sparkle did the right thing, went to the police, called CPS when she found out how much time that girl was spending alone with Robert. But at the same time, why was it cool before y'all fell out? I'm sorry. Like this is just what it appears to be. And to me, it makes more sense that everybody would be culpable because when you look at our community, it's so many people that have these mindsets. If you have a grandmother that feels like that's a fast-tailed girl, that's somebody that's not going to help the young girl. If you have a daddy that feels like, what did you do? What were you wearing? Because a lot of our daddies did push purity standards on us to make sure we weren't a hoe. That also is a part of the problem. Because now I'm blaming myself for why a fucking adult was able to plot on me to this extent. Y'all, her mama is the most, I'm sorry, Rashana, this your family. I don't want you to but this is just how I'm feeling right now. And I have to get it out. Your mama is one of the most raggediest bitches ever. Like, I'm so sorry. I know you love your mama. But where the fuck was your mama? The fact that your grandmother had to teach you how to put on a pad and all of that, like, why? What is that about where your mom has some disconnect from you as a girl and as a young woman? It's almost like she wanted to separate herself from you in that way so she wouldn't be responsible when a grown man started to fuck you. Excuse me. Especially when we hear this conversation that was had where the mama and everybody is basically like saying that they would sell, they whatever, as long as he ain't giving my family a shit sandwich, then he can get, he can get it how he live out here. If he's offering something, then hey, we gonna look the other way. These people had a conversation amongst themselves when the children were supposed to not be listening to me that basically translated amongst all of y'all unconsciously. If he starts fucking Rashana, we're gonna be okay with it because he's giving the daddy a job. He might also have been fucking her mama because you know how he liked to do that, allegedly, Aaliyah and her mama. He already is somebody that has a history of infiltrating people's families. And a lot of PDF files do this, y'all. We heard about, there's a documentary, a series on Peacock about a man that took the little girl on like these weekend trips where he was basically raping her. And he was able to do it because he was fucking the mama and the daddy. Y'all remember that? So and then there was like times when Rashana's parents knew what was going on because Sparkle brought it to him. But because there's already this jealousy between Sparkle and her sister, because Rashana is Rashana's mama is, I believe, Sparkle's youngest sister or something like that. Or Sparkle is the youngest sister. Sparkle is the youngest sister. I'm sorry. Rashana's mama is the eldest and Sparkle is the youngest sister. So you already, I feel like, had some resentment towards your little sister. So you're gonna take the side of R. Kelly against your little sister because y'all don't want to ruin this financial opportunity, as if you can't go play music and perform without Robert. I'm just setting it up for y'all before we get into this because I didn't play Sparkle's response, right? I don't think I did. But we read more of the book this weekend, so it's on my mind, y'all. Okay? Abducted in Plain Sight. Yes, that was the name of that TV show. But to me, it brings up, and y'all, it's so fucking relevant because what is going on right now, right? with the president and all of these influential people in government across the world are in these Epstein files, and nobody's doing anything about it. Nobody has yet to go with a arm of, you know, again, mass Pinkerton guards and drag these motherfuckers into a prison cell somewhere. It has not happened, and that is so problematic to me. But we have to be honest about how people have always been allowing this shit. People have always been allowing this shit, y'all. And to me, Rashana Landfair and Sparkle and R. Kelly is just a example, a microcosm of how this goes from being government, celebrities, right? These big people, to being your fucking family, right? To being your uncle, to being your brother, right? Whatever the fuck happened with the Braxton kids, right? Like there is, all of this is always there. And we continue to do the same thing. Ignore it. Blame the children. Blame the woman. But let me, you know. But Sparkle is culpable in this situation to me. And I do feel like it doesn't negate the fact that I think she was still groomed in the situation. Like, I think that's why I'm mad at y'all for always infantilizing R. Kelly. I don't give a fuck if R. Kelly can read or not. I don't care if y'all think R. Kelly is slow or not. The nigga was smart enough to slowly but surely mentally control entire families of people. Then he would have her, Rashana, go into her school to find other little girls to bring back to him. Then don't forget the syndicate of men that work for him that would be in malls across the fucking country scouting girls for R. Kelly. Girl, they was down to the McDonald's. There was not a nigga in the hood that went down to the McDonald's and told R. Kelly get his stupid ass from around them little girls before his ass come up missing. There wasn't a nigga in the hood that felt that big enough to roll up on R. Kelly every time he was outside that McDonald's. All them niggas saw that shit. I'm just saying. Wake up, everybody.
And this again to say not all that you heard yesterday from my niece is true. I don't want to hinder this legal process. I don't, but to testify.
Mind you, this is old, but they reposted this shit like it was new.
That I had my niece sit on Robert's lap and rub his head and have her ask him to be her godfather is an absolute fucking lie.
Okay.
You all cannot imagine the hurt that comes from pain caused by the people that you live and are willing to die for. Another lie. Robert and I were never in a romantic relationship. Never. To show you sabotage is a highly priority within them. If Robert and I were in a romantic relationship, you and your mom was cool allowing you to start a relationship with him, again, no right answers for their actions. This journey of mine, I started with the greatest of intentions, and all I've gotten from it is hell. Saying this again, this is not how we were raised, and it has fucked up family names, relationships, and death, allegedly. Enough is enough. I've endured being not believed before, so my niece's false statements don't bother me as much as her mindset and willingness to tell the lies. I'm certain it's from her mom. Certain. But she's now old enough to start bearing some level of responsibility of her actions. I love her more than life itself. So this is all I'm going to say regarding her and her mother, unless I have to. This is
your aunt.
That was a threat. That was a threat.
Told you the next time we're at the studio, you should ask Robert to be your godfather. Aunt Sparkle explained that I should sit on his lap and rub his head while I...
Yeah. Let's see. Sparkle speaks out after her niece somewhat blamed her. I stood up for her. Let me see what she's saying here. She says, I am relieved that Rashana is finally free to speak her truth and begin her healing journey. In addition to justice, I have always wanted healing and peace for her. I do need to be clear about one thing. Any suggestion that I groom, facilitated, or enable harm to my niece is untrue and deeply painful, especially given my documented actions at the time and throughout. When I was informed her parents were allowing Rashana to spend unchaperoned time with R. Kelly, I immediately contacted DCFS. When the tape surfaced and the state brought charges against him in 2008, I cooperated fully and testified under oath despite immense pressure not to do so. What about in 2001 though? And that's another thing they talked about in the book, y'all. And to me, I feel like you start to notice all of these niggas are working from the same playbook. And what they like to do once somebody has caught them up with a girl is that they take the family and they hide the family somewhere. Rashana and her parents were in the Caribbean somewhere during like 8 months, I believe, of this trial or some shit like that. I could be forgetting like the number exactly, y'all, because I was, listening. But there is a level of, trying to hide her. And then when she was asked to be in court, she lied. But it's already a situation where this man is paying for your family to, basically disappear for a while. And your parents are going along with it. Again, you're the child in the situation. Then the parents feel like, oh, he loves our daughter. So that means that we're going to be okay with her being in a relationship with him. Girl, when I got to the part in the book where they said after the trial and all of that was over and people was at his house partying and she was in a back room because she's always in some secret fucking room behind a studio or something, her dad snuck down to come and see her during the party. After he asked her how she was doing, then he went back upstairs to the party. Don't that sound like you know that your child is trapped in a closet? And you basically like, I just was coming to make sure he was feeding you. I'll try to come back and see you later. Girl, what the fuck? Y'all don't think that? I'm just saying, like, nobody, there was so many people involved that could have spoke up in 2001 and could have got this shit done back then when he first assaulted the public with them fucking tapes. But no, nobody did anything or said anything back then. And listen, Sparkle, I'm open to believing that they're lying on you in some aspect. I absolutely am. But I also feel like you heard what happened with Aaliyah and you still brought that nigga around your family. Everybody heard about what happened with Aaliyah. And that was prior to your album. That was prior to you and bringing him around your family. So to me, even though I understand Sparkle, I understand we were in a different time and all of that, but I still think it's weird in 1996 to hear that a man that's 30 something years old married a 15-year-old, a 14-year-old girl, possibly got her pregnant, and to then be like, yeah, I'm gonna bring that nigga around my my little niece, okay? Because we trying to make it, girl. That's still giving, girl. What the fuck is really hood? She was living in a tour bus and her parents were partying in the house, girl. Oh, Lord. I'm sorry. Let me continue to read. I cooperated fully and testified under oath despite immense pressure not to do so. I did this because protecting my niece from abuse and telling the truth mattered more to me than money in my career. Now, I want to be clear. I do believe that Sparkle tried harder to save her little niece than the parents did. I do want to say that. I do want to say that regardless of what anybody is saying, based on what I'm seeing, Sparkle is the only person that went and told somebody what was happening to that little girl while all y'all did was continue to get checks and get access to famous people and wealth and say that you close to R. Kelly. The mama was one of the main people, he like us. And everybody else just mad that they not in a family like we are. We should be lucky that he considers us family. Yeah, y'all do too much. Yeah, anytime y'all thinking like that about a celebrity, about anybody, I need for y'all to stop. I need for y'all to stop and ground yourself and be fucking for real. There is no one human that is God enough for y'all to be feeling like that. Stop it. Where else? This is the beginning of Rashana's lengthy deprogramming journey. It is true that she is a survivor of years of abuse, still learning to process what happened to her and who is responsible. It is also true and well documented that I stood up for her to try and stop the damage being done to her and countless others. I wish her continued healing and peace as she continues to not only find her voice, but hopefully require accountability from those closest to her. Because the daddy died, but the mama still ain't shit to me. The mama still ain't shit to me, y'all. I can't get over it. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. You was just a raggedy ass mama from jump because y'all, I remember when I was older, when I was younger, when I was a teenager, not understanding how so many people would just let their children be out and about wherever. And it is because there's a level of, child neglect. I'm sorry, y'all, but I know I've seen so many people neglect their children as a way of being. And then you throw your hands up and say, oh, well, I couldn't control everything. Bitch, you was being neglectful from jump. That's the reason why that happened to your daughter. And I'm not saying that people are always neglectful when this shit happens, but in this situation, you were already being neglectful of that child. It was all, to me, like having to learn how to clean yourself properly when you have your period means nobody was teaching you how to clean yourself properly before you had your period. Having to go over to the grandmother's house because you ain't got no pads at the house, mama. Like, what is going on? Like, y'all, I don't know why, but that was like the first thing that made me really want to beat the mama ass, because I was like, what type of woman is raising a daughter and you have to bring her to somebody else when it comes time to teach her about her body? Oh, girl, it irked my spirit. Girl, it irked my spirit. But the book is good, and I will be back this week so we can finish it because we got like 3 more hours left. But I'm telling y'all, like, it just really, the way it was put in such layman terms, the girl, I'm sorry, before we move on, another thing that pissed me off was how many times she was able to just be on the phone with this nigga. She had her own phone at a very young age, which I'm not gonna, say, because I had a separate line as well. But I also wasn't on the phone with no grown ass man. And my parents always knew who I was talking to, because the people that I was talking to, I either went to school with or I went to church with. You're not just randomly meeting people out in the world that much when your parents kind of know where you are all the time. And my parents was like them parents that know where you are all the time. And if they don't know where you are, they know who you're with. And that's because so many people fucking knew us that people was going to say, yeah, I saw your little girl, or that, people are going to say they saw me somewhere. That's why I was always, hey, don't be out in the street acting a fool, because it will get back to us. So yeah, I do believe on some level there's a level of neglect that's taking place with Rashana. And so whatever she feels about her parents, girl, the fact I wouldn't even still be close to these people at this point. I would need some fucking separation. But she'll get there eventually, because girl, how you cool with your mama right now? How? Oh my God. You sitting up there caking on the phone with a grown ass man every night and ain't nobody. Who you on the phone with? You been on the phone for a few hours. Who you on the phone with? It's giving nobody was inquiring about what was going on with her. That's what it's giving. It's giving y'all knew and y'all turned a blind eye. And you thought that if I just act like I don't see nothing, if I just turn my head, then it's all good. That's what it felt like to me. If we being motherfucking real. So yeah, y'all, that was one thing this weekend that was like just very emotional to have to like listen to and go through. But it's still a really good read. So I can't wait to get back into the rest of it with the rest of my members. Okay, shout out to the members. Now, let's move on, because another thing that pissed me off this weekend was y'all in the fucking comments of this video. What's wrong with y'all? At this point, like, I don't know if you know, but statistics show when it comes to domestic violence that the rates go up around sports events like the Super Bowl. Meaning that the Patriots team, they lost, all of the people that are Patriots fans, they're going to be a large number of men that are going to be breaking shit in their homes, busting up TVs and beating their wives and kids because of a goddamn football game. Because it's used as a tool to channel y'all's energy and y'all's, all of y'all's negative emotions and shit, so that y'all don't put it towards the government. Okay, that's what sports is here for. Okay, it's a distraction. Okay, we know it's a distraction, but damn, you can only focus on so many things at a time. Okay? Now, with that being said, football players specifically, not just football players, but celebrity men and and athletes at large, because they are worshipped in the way that they are, right? To me, it gives you are allowed to then be abusive. You're allowed to be abusive of other people because you're famous and people love you and they want to believe the best. Just like Rashonda's family didn't want to believe the truth about R. Kelly, no matter how many times they were presented with the facts, they still wanted to turn a blind eye. This is the same thing I think that y'all do when it comes to football players. The day of the fucking Super Bowl is a day that you can expect for football players to be, not for football players, but for people involved in football to be beating on people. We get a story about Tyreek Hill. Y'all in the comments, she set him up. Yes, bitch. That's what you have to do when you have a baby for a rich man, and a way for him not to be able to use your kids against you or abuse the kids because he's fucking unhinged is getting evidence of him doing the shit. Yeah. Y'all was like, oh, she hit him first. Okay, so are we going to act like this relationship hasn't been abusive? That lady said this man has put his hands on her several times, which is the reason why they're getting the divorce in the first place, because Tyreek Hill likes to put his hands around that lady's neck. Being an abuse victim is not always easy, meaning that you don't always walk away clear all the time. It's just what it is. The psychology of being an abuse victim is much like being on drugs. It is very hard, especially when people tell you that that's your child's father and y'all should try to work it out. There are so many people in your vicinity. There are so many people like around you that's going to be telling you, that's going to be telling you to forgive this man, to try to make it work with this man because of who he is. And I think it's very important to record and show evidence of how violent and unhinged somebody is. Because to me, the more violent and unhinged you are with her, the more that means that you would be the same way towards the kids. And another thing, to me, it is a form of abuse and child endangerment for you to abuse the woman in front of the child. I know y'all want to act like, oh, I saw a lot of y'all black women, this ain't our problem. Men beating up on women is everybody's problem, and I need for y'all to be so fucking for real right now. You gonna take my, excuse me? You mean to tell me any of y'all think it's okay for that man who has already been called abusive, been accused of abuse? Y'all think it's okay for him to take this little bitty baby out of this woman's care? Y'all are crazy. Y'all are crazy. I would have fought that nigga to leave my baby exactly where the hell she was too. You crazy, nigga.
Out of here. Come on. I get my daughter and I get the out. Come on, baby. Don't hurt her. Don't hurt the baby. Watch out. Chill.
Everybody hate Chrissy. He said, you hit me first. She said, I know. What's T? Because that's what we focus on at a time like this, right? We're going to focus on the fact that you can hear him say, why are you pushing? Because he should not be going to grab that baby. What y'all don't understand about him going to get the baby is a way to threaten her. Why would you want this crazy ass nigga to take that brand new baby anywhere? The way he went and tried to grab that baby, if you think I wouldn't have been trying to bust that nigga in the head over my baby, y'all are crazy.
I want to divorce on my mama. Just do it. On me. Sick of you, bro. Don't tell me no. No, you go. You get on me.
These women. These are women in these comments. You can hear him say, you hit me first. Why would he hurt his own baby? She must have sold the video. What do you mean? 8,000 people like the comment saying, why would he hurt his own baby? I want to knock y'all upside the motherfucking head. What do you mean, why would he hurt his own baby, bitch? Have you met these niggas? What part of unhinged? What part of mental? What part of can't control one's anger? Can't control one's emotions? What part of that don't you understand, girl? wait, she spent $190K on a Bentley that was supposed to be for child support. Did I read that right? They worrying about everything but what the fuck is going on in the video. She started saying, listen, look at this one. She started saying, don't hurt the baby, but he wasn't trying to hurt the baby. It's given they know it's recording and performing for this very moment, shaking my head. Mind you, this looks like a baby monitor, like a monitor to show what's going on with the baby. That's what that looks like. But these are the excuses that y'all are making in the comments. Black women, y'all want something from the store as if this man is not a black man. And y'all know how y'all love to uplift these niggas. I had to block a nigga in my comments this weekend because I was talking about Chris Brown and you just hate black. Yeah, sure, whatever, sure. Blah, 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 blah. Like nobody gives a fuck. Whine and cry about how much I hate men. I hate men who do shit like this. You're right. I hate abusive men. I sure do. I do not like them. Fuck every single one of y'all. And y'all mamas too. And the women that be wanting to be with y'all. Fuck them too. I'm on that. Whatever. Whatever. Please dislike me. Please. The fuck? I thought these preferences don't act ghetto or go after their money. This is y'all response to a violent ass man coming into this woman's house and trying to snatch her baby up out the fucking crib. Crazy, crazy work. Let's see. TMZ has obtained footage of disturbing incident between Tyreek Hill, his estranged wife, Keita Vaccaro, and her mother. In the clip, you can hear the couple having a disagreement when Hill says he's about to grab his daughter and leave. As he approaches the daughter's crib to pick her up, you can see Vaccaro's mother pleading with him not to hurt the baby. From there, arms start flying and cries for help are heard. Please don't hurt the baby, Vaccaro's mother says. Hill then puts the baby down. It appears they begin to have a physical struggle, and Hill saying, chill before I call my mama, and I want a divorce today. It's unclear what prompted the disagreement. If y'all recall, Keita previously accused Hill of abusing her at least 8 times throughout their 17-month relationship and even claimed he burned her with a marijuana cigarette in the past. This the nigga that y'all defending. This the nigga y'all in the comments windmilling for. Talking about he hit her first. Are y'all okay? It is so clear to me that y'all hoes are not okay. A man like this doing anything like that, any type of I'm about to fight you, any type of cursing you out and getting loud, that's an issue for me. You right? That's an issue for me. You call you a little girl and you never talking down to? Ooh, that's an issue for me. No, you can't take my baby with this type of energy. The fuck? No. No, you can't angrily take my baby anywhere. Are you okay? Y'all hoes are not okay. I'm sorry. Hill then puts the baby down and it appears they begin to have a physical struggle. Hill says, chill before I call my mama and I want a divorce today. It's unclear what prompted the disagreement. If you recall, Keita previously accused Hill of abusing her, right? Over the last last few months, the two have been battling in court with Keita being scolded by a judge for spending $196,000 on a Bentley she claimed she needed for child support. So at most, it's misappropriation of funds. Right? I want a Bentley truck, nigga. Give me some money. I want a Bentley truck. And if y'all think I'm supposed to care more about her using that money to buy a Bentley truck than I am about this man obviously not being a safe person for these women or these children, if you think I give a fuck about that, you're sadly mistaken. You're right. I care more about people than money. You're right. I sure do. And I sure do feel like, oh, the car. Oh my God. She asked a rich nigga for money. My God. She did some rich shit. She bought a Bentley. Oh my God. Oh my God. The fuck? Nigga put a joint out on that lady. And I believe everything she said about the abuse. I'm sorry, y'all. I do. Because we've seen way too many times that he's been unhinged like this. So if we only seen maybe 2 or 3 times of this nigga acting a fool in public, I can only imagine the times that she's not recording. I can only imagine the times where there was no recording and whatever was going on in that household. I don't trust football playing violent niggas. You right. You right. And I don't care about their money enough to be more mad at her for trying to be a gimme girl than I am at him for putting children through all of this trauma. I don't care what you're talking about. Next. Oh, at the exact same time as y'all was in the comments defending that nigga, Atlanta Falcons, James Pierce Jr. charged with aggravated battery and stalking of WNBA star and ex-girlfriend Rakia Jackson. He allegedly crashed his Lamborghini into her car. So let's read. Neighbors get into this story. Atlanta Falcons linebacker James Pierce Jr. was arrested Saturday in South Florida following an alleged domestic dispute involving Los Angeles Sparks forward Rakia Jackson. Police responded to a reported dispute between a male and female in Florida. According to multiple reports, Pierce fled the scene before leading officers on a police chase. Authorities say the pursuit ended when Pierce crashed his vehicle. He was subsequently taken into custody. According to ESPN, Pierce faces multiple serious charges, including 2 counts of aggravated battery with a deadly weapon, 1 count of aggravated stalking, and fleeing or eluding police with lights and siren. The Atlanta Falcons acknowledged the arrest in a brief statement, but declined to further comment while the legal process unfolds. We are aware of an incident involving James Pierce Jr. in Miami, the team said in a statement. We are in the process of gathering more information and will not have any further comment on an open legal matter at this time. Pierce and Jackson have been publicly linked in the past. Jackson was seen supporting Pierce during the 2025 NFL draft in April. However, the pair were last confirmed together in the summer of 2025, and Jackson later confirmed their split in September. Real love. Laughing emoji. Messed up his whole career, crashing out. Damn, man. Child, I thought this was Coco Jones and her man. I was finna cry. More dangerous than an overly emotional, nothing's more dangerous than an overly emotional man. I had a nigga on the internet with me arguing about statistics because I said 1/3 of 1/3 of women are being unalived by their partners. Now, I didn't say it full out because I'm on TikTok, but the actual stat is of the percentage of women that are dying, 1/3 of them are being killed by a partner. And still, at the, what did they say? The highest cause of women's deaths is DV in their partners. It did say that. I Googled it, girl, and the Googler said that the leading cause of death amongst women is their partners. People in their family unaliving them. That's what it said on Google. The nigga told me that I was wrong because, if that was the amount of women that was dying, he would be seeing women dying by the hands of their partners every day. And I'm like, you could literally get on the internet and see it every day. Even if you just follow the blogs, there's literally like a no-name person story. And when I say no name, I mean they're not a celebrity, just a random person that got killed by their baby daddy, that got killed by their boyfriend, that got killed by their husband. We see it every single day. You could Google it. And the stats say just in America alone, what did they say? 3 women are murdered by a partner every day. That's not a lot. That's not a lot. 3 women a day, every day. That's not a lot. Girl. And y'all know he a football player. So as much as y'all want to be like, did it really take all of them? Probably. Probably. And what did I just say? What did I... DV, then heart disease second. And let's not even talk about like how DV could be an issue in like women having a lot of these issues that they have that are health concerns, right? Y'all hear about women getting all types of diseases or issues with their immune system because whatever's going on emotionally and mentally is going to affect you physically no matter how much you try to act like it's not. And being in abusive, toxic relationships will have its physical issues. That's why you can't let these niggas play on your top because they'll outlive you after they spent most of the time, you know, abusing you or cheating on you or some shit like that. So continuing in a vein of, let's see, let's go ahead and get into the Cardi B situation. Shall we? Okay, so y'all, Cardi B was... Girl, a short story. I'll use this as an example, girl. This is what happened. You know, I hate being right all the time. I just, you know, because to me it don't even be like I'm not even using my strongest of powers to decipher that this nigga is gonna be an issue. That him being a football emotional ass football player with style. He's stylish. This nigga's gonna be a hard time.
We're going to the Super Bowl! Let's go!
A few moments later.
Inspiring message for Stefon before the game. One inspiring message for him.
Good luck. Oh yeah, girl. When we saw this before the game, I was just like, they broke up. They broke up. My God. I love the way she did that though.
A few inches later.
Stefon invites another woman to and this is Pre. Pre is his best friend. Pre is also Offset's ex-side chick, who I believe allegedly at some point got pregnant for Offset because niggas just be out here having unprotected sex with everybody. Girl, it was so funny. It was so funny. Because I was telling this story to my husband. Girl, I have to call my mama after this. Okay. So it's a scenario where Cardi B and her new man are connected to Pre. This man's best friend is this woman named Pre. And Pre used to mess with Cardi B husband. And my husband said, girl, what type of shit is that? And I was just like, listen, we know some people in real life with similar situations. Don't scoff. Don't do it. We know people in real life with similar situations.
12 seconds later.
Seattle reigns above them all in the NFL. The Seahawks, Super Bowl champions for the second time.
The good luck was given. I know you're not going to win, but I'm going to tell you good luck anyway, because good luck, nigga. I know you about to lose.
Tomorrow.
No. Y'all lying. That must have been AI. That had to be AI. Because I know he got to go to court, right? He had to go to court, right? He had to go to court because, hold up, where is that? The boy had to go to court. Stefon Diggs in more legal trouble. Just days before the Super Bowl, TMZ claims Stefon's former employee is suing him for defamation. And see, this is much like Trump, right? In order for you to get off, you got to win. In order for them to ignore your crimes against humanity, you have to win this competition. Girl, let me finish reading. This is so ridiculous. Oh my God. This is such a ridiculous time to live in. My God. Okay. Per the lawsuit, The man alleges that in July 2024, Diggs asked him to arrange transportation for his Ferrari from Miami to New York and then to Houston, but the car was later stolen in Houston. He says law enforcement determined the theft was carried out by third parties, but claims Diggs began telling people that he was the one who stole it. The man denies ever taking the car and claimed he was never arrested or charged by police. He also claims Diggs' accusations hurt his consulting business and led to confrontations with his crew at restaurants and even at his home, because Stefon Diggs, if you have not heard, has brothers that don't have anything to lose and homeboys that are willing to get their hands dirty anytime he has a temper tantrum about something. If you haven't heard, allegedly. That's what the people are saying. I've heard that several times. Whenever somebody accuses him of something, the brothers and some security guard niggas come around and we supposed to be scared, okay? So yes, the man further alleges that in December 2025, he was assaulted at Tootsie's Cabaret in Miami by two men connected to Diggs. Honestly, birds of a feather, because that sounds like some shit that Cardi B would do. I'm gonna get some people to fuck you up. Okay, connected to Diggs, and claims Diggs' brother Trevon Diggs witnessed the incident and did nothing. What did I just say? Always his brothers that ain't got shit to do no more. Because his brothers was in the NFL too, and I believe both of them have had to go set their ass down somewhere. I think one brother got injured and the other brother just got kicked out, if I recall correctly. Because there's three of them, y'all. He says he suffered multiple injuries, including a torn ACL. He is now seeking damages, and his name has named both Stefon and Trevon Diggs in the lawsuit. And this is not the first, as I said, because the situation with the guy who accused him of drugging him, Blake Griffith, not the basketball player, okay, but the name is similar, okay. It might be Griffin or Griffith, one or the other, but y'all know light-skinned Freckles, who accused him of drugging him and trying to fuck on him, and he ran into the bathroom and hid until he was able to put some water on his face, and then security came to the door and was like, "You gotta go," and all of this shit. Okay, so it was a similar situation, and then the man said later on, some men and his brother jumped him and accused him of stealing. So this is like the second time I've heard a story about Stefon Diggs accusing people of stealing and then sending his brothers and some other niggas to do some dirt. Allegedly, this is what I've heard, okay? So, yeah, girl, this is not a good look. That's what was going on. So they say that he might have got arrested, and they had already held off on some other court shit for the Super Bowl, because the Super Bowl is so important that you have to put off cases of men being violent so that they can go and win a football game, or lose it. Okay. Then this is another story that came up, girl, because Stefon Diggs is the gift that keeps on giving. So Cardi B was up there mad that we was talking about her. It's like, girl, we ain't got nothing to say no more. We gonna keep talking about him. We don't have to say anything to you. Seems like you didn't figure it out for yourself. The same shit we was telling you a few months ago. Yeah, seems like you've come to that conclusion on your own. We don't have to tell you. It's loud. Stefon Diggs' son spends game day front and center with his mother, cheering his dad on at Super Bowl while prepping his jersey. So this is another one of the baby mamas who has a baby the same age as Cardi's baby. This man allegedly wanted both of his sons there. And I don't think this was the issue. I feel like was the issue, because, girl, you already knew he was having 50-11 babies with 50-11 women. Okay, I believe at least 3 or 4 of these women were pregnant at the same time as Cardi B. So you already knew what you was getting into when you decided to not delete the fetus, which is what you should have done. But the little beautiful baby is here now. It's all well and good, girl. Try not to fuck up this child the way y'all hoes tend to do when y'all spend most of y'all adult life running behind niggas. Okay? Do us a favor, all right? Try to break the curses, girl. You're down there using witchcraft. Try to break generational curses and stop letting these niggas put y'all and y'all children through traumatic experiences because you don't know how to just remove yourself from a toxic situation. Gotta free her, okay? So yeah, it was a lot going on down to the football game. The hoes were out, okay? That girl said, good luck, okay? Good luck. Let me see. Let's see, what's this one? Because there was so much stuff, girl. Cardi B and Stefon Diggs broke up in the middle of the Super Bowl because Diggs' other baby mother had front row tickets with her son. Cardi allegedly noticed and things went south. Both Cardi and Diggs have unfollowed each other. Diggs also lost the Super Bowl. I wonder if they're going to be selling that house they purchased. Because didn't they purchase a house together recently? That's what the people said. I wonder if you still want to defend him against that chef when you came out and defended the chef. I mean, came out and defended him against the allegations that the chef put out. And we told you, girl, no, turn around. Don't do it. This nigga not worth it. Don't put your image in front of this fuck ass nigga. And y'all was all in the comments. Not even Cardi. All of y'all hoes was in the comments telling me that I was wrong. Why y'all worried about these people relationship? Ho, where y'all at now? Where y'all at now? Everybody that was telling us she enjoying her relationship. He love her. Where y'all? She love him. They was fucking till it stank. Where y'all hoes at? I'm just saying. I just want y'all to not be so loud all the time. Listen, girl, you could feel like I was talking to you and just not be so loud about it, because I don't know. But y'all be telling on y'allself because y'all won't be loud.
I don't know if you guys been getting clues from me from my lives or from my stories when I put some certain music or from my own followings. When it comes for today's events and stuff, I don't know if it's true. I don't think it's true. I don't care to find out because I've been single for a minute now, but I have been afraid to not afraid. I just don't know how.
Yeah, you ain't want to come. You ain't want to come to us and tell us because it was gonna be like, bitch, we told you, and you ain't want to hear that from us. We know, girl. It's okay. It's okay, girl. It's all right. It happens. It always happens. Okay. Generationally, the young girls don't never want to listen when we try to tell them. Okay, the girls that still, in they, oh my man, zig, zig. Like we be trying to tell y'all, chill out, calm down. Okay. Like, these niggas is always playing. So please chill out. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to do all that. And you was like, nah, we was fucking till it stank. Okay. And see me, I was like, y'all think they really broke up? They said, I don't know when this video is allegedly from, but Cardi B and Stefon Diggs have officially split. Rap Relevant posted this as if this was her on live after the Super Bowl, saying that she was single. Girl, I don't know. How old is it though, y'all? How old is it though? Because if it's old from a couple of weeks ago, then it makes sense why they would have went and got it. Y'all said this from Offset? Okay, well, y'all see how people be on the internet lying, right? So y'all see how people be on the internet lying, right? Because listen, I didn't 100% say it was true. There was another tweet. There was a tweet that was out where, they was talking bad to each other. That shit was fake. Sometimes the information I bring y'all might be fake. The storyline is the same. The storyline is the same. All right. Now, speaking of the Super Bowl and Bad Bunny.
Antonio Martínez Ocasio. Y si hoy estoy aquí en el Super por 60.
Let me tell y'all something. Okay, listen. I don't need to know what was being said. I was emotional. I enjoyed the performance. I am not one of these black people that needs it to always be about us all the time. Because see, a lot of y'all, FBA, y'all act like white people. It has to always be about us. Like, they definitely unfollowed each other. I know that because I went and looked. That's something I could prove, right? So, yeah, but I'm done with that. We gonna see what happened. Whether they broke up yesterday or they broke up a while ago. Girl, we'll find out because she'll definitely come to us and tell us at some point. She'll be on live telling everybody at some point because she can't hold it. She can't hold water. She gonna come to us and tell us at some point, and I'll come back then and we can further commiserate on the situation. But as of right now, Cardi B and Stefon Diggs have apparently broken up. And we knew it was gonna happen. And we knew he was gonna act like an asshole if he ain't win the game. So it's best for you to break up with that nigga anyway. You don't need to be around him after he lost. Let him go figure that out. But yes, back to Bad Bunny. First of all, I don't know what it is, but Bad Bunny hair be so like it don't even be Ricky Ricardo. It's not about like, loose texture. No, it's about the fact that it be so perfectly coiffed and it doesn't move, right? Because I ain't never seen him have like a Ricky Ricardo moment. Y'all know how Ricky Ricardo used to be beating the fuck out that drum and da-da-da-da, you know what I'm saying? And then the hair would come out and it would be loose and everybody would be, oh my God, look, listen. Ricky was Cuban and Bad Bunny is Puerto Rican. But anyway, I enjoyed the show. Like I didn't watch the game, and thank God my husband was not at the house with me, so I didn't have to watch it. But I did watch the halftime show, and I wanted to support Bad Bunny because anything that pisses off racist white people, I'm here for it. Like if you don't like equity and inclusion and all of that, like I'm happy to support to piss you off. And apparently it worked because this was the most viewers of a halftime show ever. Listen, if you ain't never been to the DR, if you have never been out of town and seen how many Spanish speaking people there are, girl, listen. I be wanting to learn Spanish because I don't like being left out. I'm about to get back on Duolingo or some shit like that. I saw some little cute shit on TikTok where they be teaching you Japanese with songs. Girl, swate. Listen, sit down. Girl, I always want to learn other languages. I wish they would have pushed this. Like, America is stupid to me. Like, I don't care. I'm going to just be real with y'all. I'm from here, right? I am definitely a African American. All right. And a lot of people don't like that. Y'all be wanting us to be foundational Black Americans. I have a whole bunch of people that's on the internet right now asking me where I'm from, talking about some of our family didn't get here. Some of us didn't get here from a damn boat. I'm like, bitch, you thought I got here from a boat? I know you didn't get here from a boat, bitch. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I'm going to get into that in a second because I have to get this off my chest. But Bad Bunny was the most viewed halftime show ever, even beating Michael Jackson. And that's because there's a whole bunch of people in the world that love Latin music. They love the Spanish music, girl. They love the Bad Bunnies of the world. And more power to them. I might go ahead and learn the Spanish, girl. Okay? But let's not forget the reason why they speak Spanish is because the Spaniards and the Portuguese and all of them went around colonizing everybody. Imperialism. Let's not forget why they speak that language in the first place. White people, it's your fault. I know y'all hate that. I know that's why y'all want to like take all of the books out of school because you tired of us telling y'all that it's your fault. Bitch, I don't care. It's your fault. It's your fault, bitch. Now, let me talk to the foundational Black people just right quick, right fast, because I already said what I had to say in my last BondyBlue show about this shit. Y'all want to be sitting up there acting like, no, Native, there's another person. Bitch, I'm specifically talking about FBA people because I do understand the difference between a group and y'all calling something some shit and then us actually having a ethnic and national identity of being people that are native to this land. Bitch, we're already native to this land because we are African Americans. That means we're native to this land. I don't know why you need another name for it. Maybe because y'all think when people come here from other places, they all of a sudden become African Americans. They do not. Jamaicans that come here, you are a Jamaican American, bitch. You came here from Nigeria, you a Nigerian American, bitch. Nobody will call somebody from a country in Africa an African American because they would be a Ghanaian American. They would be their specific country. Hello. And then add the American on it once you move here and become a citizen here. But the African American people are the people who were here from chattel slavery. Then there are a lot of y'all that are FBA people who are saying that we're not the descendants of chattel slavery, right? Some of us, our family didn't get here on a fucking boat. Bitch, I find that impossible. I find it impossible for you as a Black person today to tell me that nobody in your line got here on a boat. And then if that's the case, then that would mean you would have somebody in your family that is Native American as well, right? Like I said I do. Like I said I do. Like, you don't even look at me. I know about being native to this land. Bitch, I come from a family that mass Indian. I know about being native to America. And you're not going to separate me from that because I also recognize the fact that, like everybody else, You are a mosh posh of other people's DNA, weird assholes. Now, if y'all want to keep on this, oh, you not, because one of your family members, somebody in your line, and that somebody called me Haitian. I am not fucking Haitian, bitch. I am African American, and in New Orleans and Louisiana, I would also be considered Creole. Some of y'all don't even know what the fuck that is. I find it fascinating that you want to be a foundational Black American, yet you don't know what a Creole is. Because of how often people were bred in this country, I find it extremely hard to believe that you think not one of your ancestors got here on a boat. I find that very hard to believe. Very hard to believe. Now, I'm sure there's some nigga out there that can prove to me that not one person in their line got here from chattel slavery, and not one of them got here from migrating after chattel slavery. Okay, fine. Please, whenever you niggas find that, put it up on the internet so we can see how your entire line of people is only native Black people. Please. Because otherwise, I don't know what the fuck y'all are talking about. And the way y'all are trying to question my nationality and my ethnicity because you don't like that I am telling y'all it is ridiculous for y'all to spread misinformation so that you can have some Black nativism. It's ridiculous to me. To me. But don't you ever in your motherfucking life, because the thing that I'm really starting to feel like is I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck how y'all feel. And when I say I don't give a fuck how y'all feel, meaning that you could call me whatever, you could put me in whatever box you want to put me in, bitch. I do not care. What I do know is I know where I come from. And my family is very, very thick in this here motherfucker. New Orleans, this place that's been here since before most of the fucking country. The only reason America is America, United States is the United States, is because of the Louisiana Purchase. The Louisiana Purchase, which was most of the southern portion of the country. And then before that, it was Mexico. But y'all won't be up here being native, being, with the nativism and all of that. Acting like, you okay? Oh, she jumped and she fell. Acting like we're not, like, I'm just saying, I just think it's weird. I'm sorry, y'all. I think it's weird. I'm sorry. And you could call yourself whatever you want to call yourself. I am very happy to be exactly who I am. I am very happy to be from the people that I am from. I love the fact that I have such a rich history and that I know the history, whether it is good or bad, whether it's coming from racist white people, okay, whether it's coming from the native people who are already here, by way of the fact that we still retain the culture by masking Indian here in New Orleans to show you that we are connected to the native people that are here, that were here. Trust me. But you're going to tell me that I'm not Black enough. I'm not Black American enough. Because along the way, somebody in my line was with somebody that came from Haiti. That's weird to me. Sorry. And I don't need to be a part of nothing like that. I'm sorry. I don't care. I'm from here, but I don't have a lot of, I'm not a cheerleader type bitch. I'm not team go. I'm not a team go. I'm not a nativist. I'm not a nationalist. I am a person that recognizes that the world needs to understand that we need to be cognizant of each other. We are dependent upon each other. Y'all put these imaginary lines up and decide that means that we're us and they're them, and I don't give a fuck about what's going on over there. That's not a way to be. In my mind, that's a small mindset to have. Especially right now. We're quartering people off and portioning people off means that you could hurt them. Yeah, y'all, I'm not getting jiggy with that shit, as I said before. And sometimes I got to come up here and curse y'all out. Because I don't know who y'all be talking to. Okay? Talking about where is she from? She's Haitian. Bitch. I want you to pull your motherfucking family tree for me, ho. The way y'all be fucking talking. Talking about some of us didn't get here on a boat. Girl, what? Prove it. The fuck? Chris Brown with a note after Bad Bunny Super Bowl halftime show. And it's a conversation I'm going to have with you hoes as well. A lot of y'all go to this nigga's concerts and shit, right? Y'all really like this nigga. And I'm not going to begrudge you, right? I'm not going to judge you, bitch. I'm not. All right? My girls, okay? Shout out to Ooh Ladies First Panel. They went and saw this nigga the last time he toured. I know y'all love Christopher. I know, right? And y'all are entitled to love him and support him and go to his shows and, you know, be up there watching Ike Jr. perform, right? That's y'all business. I ain't mad at you. A lot of us liked abusive niggas until we didn't anymore. You know, just hold on. I'm sure it's coming. I had to have breakups with so many of these niggas. Bill Cosby, R. Kelly, Aaron Hall. I had to have breakups with so many niggas I love musically and art-wise, okay? But anytime I see y'all up here on this motherfucking internet defending these niggas like a bunch of weirdos, I'm gonna curse y'all out. That's all I want to say. I'm gonna curse y'all out. Chris Brown, if he were given the opportunity to perform at the Super Bowl, first of all, why did you have to shade Bad Bunny talking about they need you? Nobody needs you, Chris Brown. Your fucking kids don't even need you, nigga. All they need is your money. Nobody needs abusive niggas. You need abusive niggas like you need a hole in the head. Okay? The Fans, he done made 45 track albums. Y'all don't need this nigga no more. He done created so much music for y'all to go back and listen to over and over and over again about, you know, how much he won't fuck y'all and smack y'all in the face. Listen, I get it. There are some songs that I can't get out my head that, here we are all alone in this room. And girl, I know where to start and what we're gonna do. I'll take my time. It'll be all night, girl. Okay? Listen, I get it. The lesbians love problematic men's music. That's all we fucked to in high school, back when I was one. Okay? Back when I was a lesbian girl. Now I gotta say I'm bisexual. I have to say this. Okay? But back when I was just a lesbian, we loved us a Chris Brown song. You know what I'm saying? What? Anything to hump the ground like a stripper. All right? Loved it. This nigga is unhinged. And there are a lot of unhinged niggas out here. So at some point, y'all gonna be, you know, we gonna all have these times where it's like we fuck with them, even though we know they fucked up. I.e. R. Kelly and all of that shit, right? Because y'all think beating up on people is not a big deal. I think it's a big deal that you have money and status and fame and you can then be praised and insulated while also harming people. I don't like that. I think that's fucked up. Okay, I don't care how famous and talented you are. The ability to get away with beating people over the head with bottles and shit. The ability to get away with harming girls, assaulting them, right? Because y'all love acting like when niggas pay out of court, that's not a, you know, that's not a clear sign that they did that shit. It's not an admission of guilt. I don't give a fuck what you talking about. If you paid millions of dollars to a bitch because she accused you of something, you did it. Okay? And listen, if you paid $23 to $30 million to a bitch or to a 13-year-old boy, okay, it's all a lie. Sure. All I'm saying is, just like I turned on the Super Bowl to support Bad Bunny, I would turn it off to not support Chris Brown. And that's my prerogative, just like it's y'all prerogative to support him. But I'm going to keep telling y'all, because I have to keep coming up here and telling y'all stories about how these celebrity men are a lot of the times getting away with putting hands, feet, and paws, and sometimes dicks on people without their consent, girl. And I think that's a deep problem in our society. All of this touching and putting shit on people without their consent. That's a problem in our society, people. I like to speak up against that. That's what I do over here. Okay? So if you are a man that's been accused of knocking somebody upside the head one too many fucking times for me, then yeah, I'm not going to really support you. And I might get up here and say, fuck you and everybody that like you. I might. I just might. And if you feel like you don't fuck with me because I don't fuck with them, because a lot of y'all, and we about to move to somebody who y'all feel like we can be one. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like you, Bondi. I also like the DL Whisperer. Bitch, we have to have a conversation. Because what you like me for? You don't want to tell me what you like him for. What you like me for? Because I was on live back and forth with some women. We had a good conversation, but I had to get them to the point that which one is it? Do you want to fuck him? Or are you homophobic? Which one is it? Let's go on over to the DL Whisperer, shall we? Now, y'all, I stay out of mess, right? In general, I stay out of online mess when it comes to other content creators. Because the truth of the matter is, it's all a trap. And people do stupid shit for clout. Like, y'all be wanting to argue and keep shit going for clout. But every once in a while, people be on the internet just really being fucked up. And I'm just like, yeah, that's some weird ass shit. And whenever a man decides that he wants to pull up at people's houses, okay, I can't fuck with him no more. That's too much for me. All right? Now, the DL Whisperer is a content creator that has made his business from getting up here on the internet and telling you girls if y'all men are gay or not, if y'all men are DL or not. And the only reason I really started to have a problem is because Dominique Morgan, okay, one of my mutuals who I really like, right? Dominique was like, the motherfucker has started to tell people that I'm going to jail. Like, at first it was like funny because Dominique was like, girl, I'm on my way to an awards ceremony, but I'm supposed to be in jail right now. It was funny at first. But then the DL Whisperer started to say that Dominique was in jail for being a PDF file. No, Dominique was in jail for scamming. Okay? Get your shit right. But it was like a concerted effort to keep making videos about Dominique Morgan in a way that was like untrue. Hold up.
I wanted to use this comment as a response to just the overwhelming comments from the video. Because one, I wanna make some things clear.
Okay, so if y'all think the DL Whisperer is protecting women, but then threatening to unalive trans women, right? Who are also women, that's cool. That's cool to y'all though. Threatening, pulling up at their houses, them having to actually go to court and get restraining orders against this young man. Y'all think that that's somebody that's protecting people? You think it's cool to spread misinformation and call somebody a PDF file when they're not? I just want to be clear. Because if you think that's protecting women, I don't think that's protecting women. And from what I understand, a lot of y'all are paying him money. So he's getting money out of y'all because y'all apparently don't have good discernment. Team DL Whisperer. Why are you team DL Whisperer? Glitz and glam. You look like a grown adult woman. Why are you team DL Whisperer? Holla at me. Let me know. Because a lot of the times it feels like y'all are just transphobic and y'all want somebody who is gay to be transphobic with, so it'll alleviate guilt from feeling like you're being transphobic. Because, and I've been talking about this recently. I remember when I talked about the internalized homophobia with the Brett and everybody lost their fucking mind on me because I was saying that her separating herself from a stud was her like basically trying to, I'm not that gay. And whenever somebody tries to, I'm not that gay, I look at them sideways. So it's cool for TS to pull up his info online and do it. So from what I understand, TS Madison read his information but did not put his name or social security on the internet. But he did pull his shit up. She did pull his shit up. Okay? TS did pull the DL Whisperer shit up and talked about it. But this was only after the DL Whisperer had been on a rampage on TikTok calling Dominique a PDF file. So I'm confused about what we're okay with at this point. Because we pull up people's public record information and talk about it all the time. If somebody goes to jail and gets arrested, I could pull up their shit. It's public information. Especially if they've been attacking me. And I feel like it's one thing to get online and talk shit about somebody. It's a whole nother thing to say you want to unalive them. Say you want to you want to see the light move out of their eyes or some shit like that. I'm gonna see if I can find that clip where DL Whisperer was on Tasha K talking about how much he hates Dominique Morgan and T.S. Madison. And I was confused because I remember when the shit started between him and Dominique Morgan. And I was like, what is the problem? I'm so confused. And what it really started to look like is if I beef with this very loved person, it'll gain me more clout. Because in a trans woman's comments, there's always a whole bunch of people that's hate watching them. So if I start hating on Dominique Morgan, then the fans that actually are transphobic are going to come to me. People be on the internet being very strategic about how they clout chase, y'all. And all of the women that feel like DL Whisperer is doing y'all a favor, I just have to wonder, in what scenario has DL Whisperer came in and helped you? I would love for y'all to write in the comments, please. Give me, a scenario where you feel like he's actually done something very good for you. Because I feel like if you would just follow a few short rules as a woman in general, okay, then you wouldn't have to have a man telling you about a man that you laying with. Because if you would make sure they get STD panels, if you would pay attention to the red flags, if you know he a hoe and he out here fucking everybody, make sure you're wearing a condom with him. Because that can save your life, okay? But there are things that y'all don't be liking to do that if you would just do that, you wouldn't have to go pay some nigga to help you figure something out that really shouldn't be that hard to figure out. And if you care that much about the man that you're actually in a relationship with being DL, I feel like maybe you shouldn't be with that man. If that's something that's really on your heart and on your mind, I think maybe you should just break up with the man.
Me sharing that story is not me saying that I think that we shouldn't figure out how to make sure people are informed when they're in situations where they're being lied to, where they're being disrespected, when they're being harmed. Because I believe that behavior is harmful. Like, I need to be clear about that. My critique is the how. My wonder is if the how is giving people what I hear people say they're really looking for. So I laugh and joke and all of that, but as a facilitator, as an educator, as a person who is experienced in thinking about creating safe spaces,
Hold up, I wanted to go
spaces, from me being in prison to me running large-scale work out here in community, right? Women are saying, I want to love somebody and I want to feel safe in loving that person. Women are saying, and again, Black women are saying, I already feel like the world diminishes me, and Lord, can I have one person that looks at me and sees me as the best thing smoking out here? I don't think that I can handle being with a man who likes other men, a man who likes, I can't handle that. I need a man, because I already got to fight with a man wanting all these other cis women out here. So I can't handle that. That doesn't feel good to me. I can't find the safety and the nurturing and love that I am seeking if I feel like if my partner moves that way. That's what I'm hearing. And when I digest it, no matter how it's being said, no matter how harmful it can feel sometimes when I hear it, when I sit in it, because I had to sleep on this, that's what I'm hearing. And I don't believe the approach is actualizing what I believe my sisters truly desire. And I know that also because it's what I desire. I've shared this before. My husband cheated on me with a bio woman and had a baby with her. Nice. My husband, not no DL man, my husband. I went up to the side of that mountain for that nigga, right?
Sheila.
And so it would be absurd for me to get on here and have a disdain for cis women because of what that nigga did. That would be ridiculous. Absurd, right? And that takes me to this. Men are never held accountable. Someone said, I always forget this person's name because I like to say their name because they said it on a Zoom call in 2022 and it has stuck with me ever since. They said, I think they was working at BYP 100. They said, you cannot hold people accountable who don't perceive you to have the power to hold them accountable. You can punish people, but punishments are usually doled out by large, powerful systems. Women and femmes are not seen as large, powerful systems. When y'all look at the LGBTQ plus community, what are the most powerful components of that system are men, and it's usually white, gay men. Secondarily, black gay men, depending on how those black gay men present. The more feminine those black gay men present, the more society negates their power and influence. Okay?
And listen here. I am not saying that the trans girls are always right. I'm not saying that, right? Like, I'm not saying that because I've seen some videos that Cherry Boom did. And it's like, I could definitely understand why y'all don't fuck with Cherry Boom and shit. Okay? Even though I do feel like a lot of y'all, all of this is just coming from transphobia. I'm not even gonna front. Like, that's what I feel like. Before I continue into more videos, I want to read the Divas super chats. Also, I'm sorry. I thank you, Carmise, for the super chat. I appreciate you. Erica, thank you for all of the super chats, girl. Erica said, it's probably safe not to refer to your identity with a term that was created by a grifting pimp who loads women. And that's when we were talking about the FBA situation. And they keep trying to put FBA on another black man so that they can try to shift the conversation that I'm actually having. But I got you, girl. Okay. She said, black women who love DL Whisperer love him for the same reason why white women love Trump. The exact same reason. Y'all, this is sad. What satisfaction does a woman get from a man exposing a public figure who might be DL? He is not helping you with the private citizens you are dating who are DL. He is talking about public figures. So he not even helping y'all for real. Because Dominique said in my comments that y'all be paying him to come to y'all city and then he be fucking y'all men and telling y'all about it. Is that what's going on? Are y'all using, I'm not sure. Is that what's happening? Are y'all using the DL Whisperer to try to test y'all niggas to see if they gay or not? Y'all are doing too much. Instead of looking for DL men, why don't you just assume all men are gay? Problem solved. Listen, I don't know what the issue is, girl. I like to assume that all of these niggas are untrustworthy, to be very clear. Okay? But hold up. Let's get a little breakdown right quick, right fast.
The sooner we all
okay, from another trans squirrel, okay?
collectively agree and accept that trans women rule the world, specifically trans women of color, dark skin, brown skin, beige, light skin, beige, fluorescent beige, bitch, black, and also trans women of color rule the world, get the men going, get the women going. The cis girls, whether it be outrage, misdirected anger, cloaked over their self-harming femphobia. Trans people, trans femmes, femme presenting, non-binary people, two-spirit people really are running shit. From the dark web to the statistics that we're able to see, the people are loving the dolls. The way that Hudson Williams and Connor Story got the girls hot and bothered with heated rivalry, if there were a trans woman equivalent of that show that were able to be put out and made in such a direct, specific way, it would genuinely restructure society. That's why I've made jokes in the past about how if Kanye had popped out with a trans girl after Kim, things would be so much more different. If one of these rappers who secretly love femboys, trans women, the non-binary, two-spirited folks who exist beyond the binaries that society says that they should date and be with, if these Hollywood mainstream A-list actors and rappers and musicians were to court these people like accordingly and appropriately in the way that they deserve, we deserve, it would shift things. It would shift the paradigm. It would really rock and roll shit to a whole new level. Word to Tina Turner. But sadly, faith-based cults and crucifixion cults, etc., have corrupted the minds of people to think that anything existing out of the heteronormative cis binary systems and colonial patterns is provocative in the most evil, negative way that it's going to land people in purgatory for even enjoying or appreciating or giving human value to. We as a society and the ecosystem won't be able to bear the fruits of the beauty of the trans, of the dwalls, of the non-binaries, of the two-spirits, of the trans femmes, of the blackity-black trans girls. Happy Black History Month to all the trans women, the Black trans women, specifically de la course, to T.S. Madison for not having to be somebody's whispers of guilt and somebody's reason for hatred, but instead she trailblazes and shines bright like she does with her sister Dominique Morgan and the T.S. Madison Starter House, and Dominique Morgan trailblazing her own lane of academia, is that the right word? Academia child, because she's a nerd too, so she be into the comic books and the animations of it all too as well, girl, because trans women are more than just your sexual objects and fantasies and things for you to indulge in when it comes to wanting to explore your sexual endeavors and sexuality, because...
And they do that, y'all. It's too low. I'm sorry, y'all. It's low. I don't know if I could pick it up anymore.
Exist beyond those things. We're truth tellers.
She whispering.
Storytellers.
She is whispering, girl. Okay, hold up. She is whispering. Like DL whispers, girl, you whispering. I need for you to be louder next time, okay? Trying to be demure. Okay, the hoes always trying to be demure.
You know, I try to stay out of things like this, but this whole situation with the DL Whisper, T.S. Madison, and Dominique Morgan is kind of getting out of hand. But T.S. Madison has a restraining order against him now, and Dominique is most likely on her way to doing the same thing. This GoFundMe started at $5,000, then it went to 11, and now it's at 50. He's playing in y'all's face, okay? He's saying that T.S. Madison doxed his address, but that was another girl that she was playing with in Atlanta. Madison didn't do that. He rode by Madison's house, honking the horn, telling her to come outside to throw hands. Took a picture of Madison's house and put it on the internet so everybody could see her address. For all you people that are supporting him, y'all are about to get him in a Tasha K situation, and he's not going to be able to dig himself out of it. Georgia is a stand your ground state. Okay.
Listen, I wanted y'all to be clear because he was in my live after I finished saying the nigga look evil, because the nigga look evil to me. I'm sorry. When I look at his face, he looks evil to me. He looks very like Diva said, mischievous. Yes, mischievous, shifty, grifty, right? Slimy, grimy. You know what I'm saying? Which reminds me, we need to go to Glorilla right after this, because my assumption about her was absolutely correct, right? Like, you got to look at the people that raise the kids, right? And if you raise the kids in survival mode, a lot of the times they're going to be terrible people because they've had to do the most in order to have the least. That's why I believe in socialism, y'all. This is why I believe that people should not have to scratch and survive good times for healthcare and for food and for a place to live. I feel like it should be given to people, because the things that come out of having to scratch and survive good times for basic necessities is the fucking worst of society, y'all. Okay? No tea, no shade.
Okay? And Madison going and getting the restraining order is putting it on paper. So when he feels like he wants to be emboldened and break it, she will have grounds to put him on a t-shirt. So if his advice is worth all of that, y'all keep encouraging him how y'all doing. Because he's going to get himself in some trouble. And all of the frivolous lies and defamations of character that he's been doing against these women, I hope he got the receipts to back him up. Because the lawsuit against him is going to be nasty.
Okay. So hold up. Let's see. I want to see if we could find the Tasha K clip. What a Tasha K clip? Oh, hold up.
So I'm about to get off TikTok because you mean to tell me this guy is straight? Gotta go.
Oh my gosh, guys, the DL Whisperer just exposed me for being DL. I don't know how this happened. I haven't been expressing myself at all. I'm the least flamboyant man on this app. Yeah, you like this one, don't you? I just don't know how anybody could think that I'm anything other than the straightest man alive. I had evil plans for this top, but they were hetero plans. I promise you, don't get it twisted. So anyways, this is such an interesting guy. He's the DL Whisperer. He basically weaponized women's homophobia for content by telling them that essentially everything a man does that they don't like is DL. This video about me saying the DL men are working with the LGBT openly to distract others from the facts, because in this video, I was basically saying that not every man who puts his hands on women is DL. I was explaining that even the notion of that is homophobic. And he responded to that video saying, no, all men that put their hands on women are DL. So that should tell you that him and his follower base are mentally unique, let's just say. Mind me, because I was going to make a video on him a long time ago, but I never got to it, but I had the screenshots. This girl said, why are y'all so obsessed with DL men? He said, the same reason you obsessed with Nicki. The difference is at least I can touch what I'm obsessed with. All you can do is idolize. Bro, he's not.
So you fucking the DL men. I'm so confused at how. So is that what is he helping the women by fucking the DL men? Is that helping y'all? I'm sorry. No, because this is the shit y'all be like worrying about. Girl, is you inviting this man to fuck your man? So you believe your man is gay. And you call him and be like, I need you to come see if my man is gay.
I actually would love.
And then he fuck your man. And now it's like, he helped me. He helped me so much. Oh my God. Okay, hold on. I gotta put in DL Whisperer and Tasha Key. Hold up. Because I gotta see what was said. Because I told y'all, if Tasha interviewed somebody and I already saw them on my timeline acting a fucking fool, then I don't care about the interview.
Even with trans.
So wait, how many times he was
How
there?
do you feel about hypersexual men? Do you feel like
Gay.
hypersexual?
Okay, like you can't be, if you're hypersexual, how is a woman, and that's why I always say a woman isn't gonna satisfy them. Most of the time, these hypersexual men, if a man is stuck with over, like, cause I'll say 100, that's a low number. If a man is sleeping with all of these women and not building any emotional connections, nothing serious, he's not into women emotionally at least. He might like you sexually. He might just be into women sexually, but I wouldn't ever think that he's gonna be serious with them. Because a man that truly likes women, like I always say, the simps, like they're not gonna be in all of these commitments with all of these different women. They're all gay.
How do you feel?
And listen, I agree, and I tell y'all the same thing, and y'all get mad at me. I tell y'all that everybody gay all the time, and y'all be mad at me. Y'all be mad at me in the comments, Bondy. But we can't believe you because you think everybody gay. That's how y'all be talking to me. When I tell y'all the shit without even all of this obvious shit, right? I tell y'all shit for real, for real. I be paying attention to motherfuckers on a whole nother level. And it's really because I'm true to this, bitch. I've been telling hoes they was gay since middle school. But you're not gonna trust me because I tell y'all people that y'all don't even see it about. And I tell y'all about women and y'all get mad at me because I tell y'all about women being gay. Excuse me for knowing my demographic. And I don't even like DL hoes. I don't want no bitch that ain't never, no, bitch, you gotta enjoy it. I need you to like it, okay? No, don't come up around me. But what I do understand about our culture is that it's not even all the time that people are gay. It's that people don't even have an opportunity to express any type of out of the norm sexual thing. Like, y'all don't want men to like they nipples being touched because that's gay. But then it's okay to lick their ass. Now the hood niggas told y'all it was okay to lick their ass, and so now y'all doing that shit, which I thought only the white girls did. Which I thought it was all. Listen, and I don't do it from the standpoint of wanting to out people and put them on blast so that y'all could hurt them or y'all could be mad at them. No, but I want y'all to unwrap y'all minds from the fact that you think it matters. You think it matters so much. And I'm like, no, bitch, everybody. That's why you need to be thinking about it like it doesn't matter. It's a spectrum. And people like what they like when they like it. And you need to just be more protective of yourself by not being a fucking pick-me. That might help. And that's what I really be trying to get y'all to not do. Don't be a pick-me, bitch. If you're not a pick-me, you wouldn't be with a man that secretly hates you and is fucking niggas behind your back. I'm starting at the beginning. Y'all won't show up with y'all want to show up at the end of the story when now you done found out that the nigga is fucking with other men. Bitch, I came to you at the beginning of the story and said at the beginning, don't be a pick-me. Don't be homophobic. That way, you know what I'm saying? You could move as you see fit without all of this like unnecessary negative feelings about people. Y'all think of a man like another man, that means he just gonna be bent over with a big booty and all of that. That's unattractive to some of you hoes, right? Don't get me wrong. Don't nobody want no thick-thighed ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? I get it, right? But those niggas deserve love too. And they don't always want dick, even if they do have hips. Either way, you need to be in the mindset of protect yourself sexually, Don't be a pick-me and stop worrying about shit that really is none of your business. Because if the man was having sex with other men before you, that really ain't none of your motherfucking business. Get the STD panel and stop with all of this bullshit. Do the number one thing in order to not get caught out here with a man whose dick is for everybody. Don't be a pick-me. That's a great way to start. Let me see. Do I have my shit in here? Yes, I do. Here you go. Pick me, pick me, pick me. Hallelujah. I gotta find a man. I don't care what he did. I don't care who he hurt. I don't care who he fucked. I just want a man to pick me, Lord. Yes, Lord. Pick him. Please pick him. I'm so sorry. Patricia, baby, welcome to the club. You must be new here. DL women is a thing. I've only met women that like men or women out loud. I just thought it was men that felt they need to hide their sexuality. Oh no, bitch. Oh no. You ever met a girl in school that's mean for no fucking reason? Okay? Child, I tell y'all all the time, women that are mean for no fucking reason, a lot of the times are suppressing homosexuality. I'm telling you, right, you have to pay attention. But a lot of us gay girls that we know, they be mean, they be humbuggish, and they be wanting to fuck you. I promise y'all, it's happened. I've been around them way too much in my life.
Even with transgender people, I didn't know about transgender people until 2020. In 2020,
so you mean to tell me you this upset at some people that you only found out existed 6 years ago?
TikTok was popular. I saw people like transitioning and sticking themselves with needles, and I went against it. Because people always say that I'm just doing this just now. I've always been against transgender people.
Why?
Because
I heard there's like an underlying beef between the LGBTQ and the T's.
Yeah.
Like there's like us versus them, and
this is why, and that's why I don't do all of that group shit. That's why I don't do group think. That's why just because I'm from here don't mean I'm going to align with everybody that's from here too, right? Because I am very much a bisexual woman, and I feel like people need to be allowed to be whoever the fuck they are. I also understand now the difference between like your sex and your gender. Gender and sex are different. And how the easiest way for me to explain this is very simple. Just because you have a penis doesn't mean you're going to like the color blue. And just because you have a vagina, and we need to come up with a new name for that. I'm going to just start calling it pussy. But we need to come up with a new name for vagina once I done figured out that y'all got that word from something that's about dick. And everything, y'all can't, like everything about women is always still centered around dick. Vagina comes from a word that meant like the thing that you put the sword in, a sheath, whatever it's called, a sheath. Y'all know how they'll put a sword in something to cover the sword? Yeah. That's where that word comes from. So our vagina is only being called that because of its relation to a sword, a dick. I'm offended by that. I'm offended by that. But the best way to explain it to you is that just because one has a penis doesn't mean they're not going to like dresses. Right? People with penises can like dresses. They could even want to have titties. They could like having titty meat. Because they got a lot of niggas out here with penises and titty meat, and y'all be laying up there fucking them. They just fat niggas. So I just kind of feel like once I get to this point of recognizing that I don't ever want to be somebody that is punching down, and I think that in our hierarchical system, we're always looking for somebody to punch down on, and that's what I think y'all have done with the trans girls and trans people in general. Y'all are punching down on a very small group of people, when at the end of the day, y'all didn't give a fuck about none of that shit when y'all was enjoying it in the 90s. When RuPaul was out there dressing like a gorgeous black woman everywhere he went before, you know, we got to see that he would actually switch back into suits often. Nobody had a problem with it. Everybody was fine. For the most part, everybody was okay with all of this. You went too long food. Thanks for everything, Julie Newmar. Child, ignorant black people ain't never loved a whole bunch of men in dresses more. Okay? Wesley Snipes. Not Zima Jackson, bitch. What? A little Latin boy in drag. Little Latin boy in drag. Why are you crying? What do you mean? Like, I just don't understand being so upset at people for just living their lives. I just don't.
They're not a part of us.
Yeah, they're not.
Because essentially, gender has nothing to do with your sexuality.
Thank you, but as you can see, what do the trans women always do? Fight to be a part of every single thing that they can be a part of. So they fought to be a part of the LGBT. The first letter is L.
Should they not have been a part of it, considering the fact that Marsha P. Johnson is a trans woman who is one of the main orchestrators of the revolts and shit that happened between the police department and the gay and the trans people down to the New York back in the 60s, bitch, because they used to be raiding them people's bars and attacking them people for no reason. Excuse me? See, and that's another thing. Y'all don't even know history. Y'all don't even be knowing history. The only reason the LGBTQ situation even happened the way it did is because of Marsha P. Johnson, bitch. Trans woman.
It was started for lesbians. The LGBT was originally created for women. They wanted women to have equal health care access, which they still don't have. Mm-hmm. So that's why I'm like, it was never created for people of gender identity.
So the T is a...
Yes, Stonewall. Thank you.
LGBT.
Think about it. Everything is the sexuality except the T. The trans women, like you see now, they want to be a part of everything. So they fought in the 1960s to be a part of the LGBT, to be included. And now they're upset because guess what I'm going to say? You're a gay man, because at the end of the day, if we're going by sexuality, you're a gay man. If we're going by gender, I guess you can call yourself a woman. So they don't like that, you know, I refer to them as gay men, but we have the same body parts. We have sex in the same hole. We have the same hormones. At 45, we're all gonna go and get a doctor to stick a finger up our butt for a prostate exam. So we're all men. You're a gay man. You're just hyper feminine. Like, I'm feminine. Like, I don't ever deny that, but I'm not hyper feminine. There's never been a time where I wanted to be a woman, thought I was the woman. You know, I don't think.
So that would be the difference between you and a trans girl. See? Yeah, listen, sweetheart. To be a man is a gender. To be male is a sex. You are a gay man because you are a gay man. T.S. Madison is not a gay man. Bitch, and if T.S. Madison was to call herself a man, y'all would be, that's not a real man. Y'all be so confusing. Y'all be confusing the shit out of me. Because when people actually are a man and they do feminine things, they wear whatever they want to wear, which is their God-given fucking right to wear whatever the fuck they want to wear. As far as I'm concerned, if a bit, like what? Yeah, I don't know how y'all care this much about what's going on with other people. I want y'all to stop fucking on kids.
Like
metrosexual.
And guess who's doing that the most?
Well, I think metrosexual is still not the same. Like, trans women think that they're women. Like, they think that they're you.
Oh, I mean, they can think that.
But they really believe it.
But they can think that.
Yeah. But I mean, and there's
science
laws.
is science, though.
True, but there's laws that protect them.
So you are actually trying to undo the laws when it comes to
I want to lobby.
people?
Yes, I want to lobby. I want to grassroots. I want to raise money because.
So you're trying to get into politics when it comes to this?
And I didn't want to, but I don't really. I feel like I don't have a choice. I'm seeing that it's hurting more women than anything.
Oh my God! Can y'all please tell me how are the trans girls hurting y'all?
Women and children
grounded up in a power.
Yeah, I can't with the propaganda. I can't with the conservative far right propaganda that picks a small group of people and villainizes them. I just can't. I won't go along with that. I'm so very sorry. I don't even like when y'all say shit like, "Oh, I don't agree with people's lifestyle." Girl, fuck you and your lifestyle. Leave me alone. Like, what do you mean? Let me see if I can find the other one. Cause I want that one. Yeah, here you go.
A highly requested interview. The DL motherfucking whisperer is in the building.
That nigga is. I'm sorry, y'all. Before we even that nigga, I don't care what y'all talking about.
Evil is good. Oh, evil. That's what I think. It must be.
That's what that nigga look like to me.
Oh my God.
I'm glad that we could sit down. When we start getting into some of these other rappers, in May, my life was threatened by Free Band's gang.
Isn't he with Future's crew?
Okay, well, that Free Bands is the crew.
Okay. So what happened with Ruby Rose and her best friend that happened?
So straight men was threatening you.
Happens to be an Indian DL man?
Yes, that's who attacked me and tried to kill me. Once the police came and they told me like, oh, don't expose him. After this bitch beat me up, tried to use knives, this bitch hit me with a candle. Like, he done all of this shit in my apartment. And they told me not to expose him. So guess what I did? Exposed him. Me exposing the man that I stuck with wasn't gonna help anybody. Unless you're Tamar Braxton and you need to know that your husband is DL or...
How did Tamar get in this? What do you know about Tamar?
Well, Vince was my first sugar daddy.
Sasha's so stupid.
You gotta listen. Listen.
I need a minute.
Not I need a minute, bitch. You disgusting. Hold up. Hold up.
No shade, but I see why Tasha K gets cussed out every single time. And why they be suing her ass. Because she literally has no reason to be interviewing the DL Whisperer. Like, all of this could have been avoided. I don't know why this is even a thing. And I used to defend Tasha K. I'm not gonna lie. I used to defend her because when she would get sued by Cardi, I would be like, well...
Child, even I didn't defend her
so, like,
back
I don't
then.
understand why Cardi B wanted to sue her. Literally, I don't know on
because she said that lady I need to find this one because she said that lady had she said that lady had an STD and her baby wasn't a baby daddy's, and I just remember thinking to myself, girl, how the fuck would you even find that out if somebody had not given you information you shouldn't have had access to? Like, what's really her, bitch? Okay, listen. She know we talk. She know. I told her how I felt. Okay, trust me. She knew how I felt before she hired me to come on her channel. Before she hired me to come on her channel, I had already said all this on the internet, girl. I had already said all this on the internet. Like I am very, very true to this. I am not new to this. I don't bullshit and I don't care. Hold up. See if I can find this shit. Hold up.
How do you feel about hyper?
What is that clip? Did they remove that clip? Because I keep trying to find the clip where he said he won't beat them up and shit. Where's that clip at? Hold up. Tasha K. T.S. Madison. Okay, hold up. Because he was talking, but he ain't played a clip. I want nigga to play the clip. Is this it?
Because I want to knock them the fuck out. Like, I want to beat the fuck out of T.S. Madison. I want to beat the fuck out of...
I'm just waking up.
See, why I can't never get the whole clip?
If you needed that from the main mob, you could have just said that. If you need that from the main...
Where's the main clip? Child, why his hair look like... Never mind. Let me be quiet. I wanted to see the whole clip. Is this the whole...
How do you feel about hypersexual men? Do you feel like hypersexual?
Gay, like,
no,
you can't be... If you're hyper...
This not it. I'm sorry, y'all. I could have sworn that I had saved the clip, but apparently I did not. But y'all heard him say it.
Because I want to knock them the fuck out. Like, I want to beat the fuck out of T.S. Madison. I want to beat the fuck out of...
I'm just waking up.
Did you play the whole thing in this clip?
You want me to get home? Well, I know.
So sometimes they go back and play the whole clip. They did not. Okay, hold up. I just wanted to make sure. That's what I wanted, though, y'all. I wanted that clip.
No shade, but I see why Tasha K will give women tips on here who makes content and attach yourself to, especially because he has a very problematic.
See what I'm saying? Like, why I can't find this clip? I feel like they took it down. Hold up.
Because I want to knock them the fuck out. Like, I want to beat the fuck out of T.S. Madison. I want to beat the fuck out of.
I'm just.
Yeah, same one. Sorry, y'all.
No shade, but
I want to knock them the fuck out. Like, I want to beat the fuck out of T.S. Madison. I want to beat the fuck out of Sherry.
There we go.
Because I want to knock them the fuck out. Like, I want to beat the fuck out of T.S. Madison. I want to beat the fuck out of Sherry. I want to beat the fuck out of Dominique. Bitches have doxed me. They doxed my family. Like, T.S. Madison mama look a mess. So for this bitch.
And apparently that was not true. T.S. Madison did not dox. I know a lot of y'all was saying that in my comments. But from what I understand, T.S. Madison did not post the DL Whisperers information on the internet. Somebody else did.
To sit up and talk about my mama ever. He got another thing coming. Mary can barely walk. He need to get her a walker or a motorized scooter so she can stop being pushed around in a mother computer chair around her kitchen cooking. Because see, I be being nice to them, but I'm not being nice anymore because at the end of the day, trans women are aggressive as. So you know, because I want to knock them the fuck out. Like I want to beat the fuck out of TS.
Okay, right? That was a lot. Hold up.
Anything. Boo, you can Google me, you know, and see, this is what I be trying to get y'all to realize. When you graduate college, they post it publicly. That's public records. That's how I know who's done with college and who been to college, and that's public. When they doxed me and you looked up my name, that's how they found me on LinkedIn. I have a LinkedIn account. You bitches don't even know what that is. That's why I say, like, we're so different. A bitch can't find y'all on LinkedIn because y'all don't have a LinkedIn. That's why I'm like, people only found my job because I wasn't thinking to delete my LinkedIn account. Because I wasn't thinking like hoes don't be, yeah, I wasn't really thinking. And I knew I was dealing with people that work at forrentman.com or they work at anything. Them think that I don't have a career because to me that's easier. You're like, think that I don't have anything. But once they get this Google search and they realize like, oh, this bitch is well put together. And I'm still in my 20s, mid-20s at that. These bitches 50 years old. And y'all be talking about I'm jealous of them. These bitches would Destiny, that's what they be trying to do, Destiny Swap. And it just don't be working. You cannot Destiny Swap with me. It's never gonna happen. But y'all, so I be on their ass, of course, because I mean, somebody gotta be on their ass, right? They get away with
So first they doing it to you, but you be on their ass.
too much. And one thing I'm not finna let them do is get away with anything. Like, I don't let trans people get away with shit. Well, no, when you got good weed, baby, the blunt stay going out. That just means that my weed is good. You see how many times I done had to relight this blunt, and it's a backwood at that. So imagine a backwood continuously going out. This is good weed, boo. But that's besides the point because.
And that's another thing. Okay, this is a joints. Okay, this is a joints. Okay, this is a cigarette. Okay, this is not a blunt. Okay, this is not a blunt. Now, I'm not saying I don't smoke those, but please be very understand how there's a difference between this and this. Okay? Don't do. Okay. Etiquette.
The one thing about it, I can pass a drug test. Two things are certain. Exactly. They smoke crack. They smoke crack.
Who says that?
That's what I was just about to say. They be in them hotels and them motels shooting up. When you see capital T, they be doing Tina. That's why I'm like, a bitch could never, like, come on. Like, that's why they be so mad. Because, I mean, think about it. What can they ever really say about me? They be saying that niggas don't want me. Oh, okay, that's it. That's fine. That's fine. Like, I mean, especially considering the men that are out here, who wants to be wanted by these men? I have a man. That's why I be like, I don't think they be listening when I say I have a man, because, yeah, why would I want men to want me?
What do you mean? Why would you want men to want you? That's a stupid question. That to me, girl, what?
The hoes that selling their body like them, that's something they want because they need those men to make money. I don't need men to make money.
No, apparently you just need women to make money.
Right, Candy Girl, they look a fucking mess. They want to be women so bad. That's why I tear them up every weekend. They want to be women so damn bad and will never be a woman.
And to me, I'ma just say like the energy of that, y'all. I don't know. Like, I'm not in that place. I do understand that there are women that feel like that this is something that they need to be fighting for, this identity. And that's another thing, like this fighting for your right to be an identity, but then to also box yourself off and keep other people out of your identity. I think that that is the feeling that white people feel about America. And so, because I recognize that feeling as coming from the very people that have oppressed my people, I don't like to adopt that mindset with anybody else. And there are a lot of people that feel like because a group of people might have, stereotypes about them, that means we're entitled to hate them or to use them as a punching bag. And that's just not my way. That's not my way. And so if you do follow me, it's not that I want y'all to agree with everything I say, but I do be wanting y'all to have a certain level of moral compass. I'm not even going to front on you. I do want you at some point to be a person that doesn't want to harm other people in the same way that you've been harmed as a Black woman, to not want to and this is not to say that there aren't times where it's like, okay, we only want it to be this group of women, cis het women, fine, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody is entitled to only be by the people that they want to be by, and that is perfectly fine for me. But the way there is this like outward agenda to malign and to punch down and to, I'm always on their ass. Like, why do you have this special amount of anger for such a small group of people that in general, what they are doing to me is not harming anybody? Somebody transitioning and wearing wigs and wearing makeup and growing breasts and, changing their name and being referred to as she and her and girl and woman, that does not harm me. That does not harm me. And maybe it's because, girl, I love myself so much that I don't feel the need to be bothered about how other people um view themselves. That's why I say at the end of the day, if you feel like I'm not a foundational Black American, girl, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I don't care. I know what neighborhoods I grew up in. I know what ancestors I come from. I know what universal consciousness that I'm connected to. I know whose ancestors are on, you know what I'm saying, on my altar. And at the end of the day, like, I'm just a person that doesn't enjoy like watching people be bullied or oppressed and all of this shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a I'm not a I just can't fuck with it, y'all. And I think a lot of people don't want to be honest about the fact that they get joy out of it. And I won't front on you. I can understand. Like, there is a certain point in time where it's like, I don't like this, I don't get this, and I want to be able to say that to other people and they get it, and we get to have this feeling where we're all like, we don't like this. I absolutely understand it. But you have to think a little bit deeper than that. Why am I getting joy from this? I told y'all at the beginning of the year, I had like a epiphany of some sort, even with the way I was watching Debate Talk. I started out watching it because it was just interesting to me and it was entertaining. And then I realized how much I like to hear women tearing into these motherfuckers. And even that is too much, because when the women decided that they wanted to keep that energy no matter what, I was like, yeah, I don't like this. And so then I had to put myself in the shoes of some of these men that are not always up there with a certain energy, but they're getting, a certain amount of hostility. And so for a minute, I was just like, it's still fuck these niggas, but I'm going to do it my way. And my way is not to, like, I hope, be an asshole about it. That's why it's so frustrating when there are people that be online saying shit to me like, they follow me, and then all of a sudden I said something they don't like about fucking Chris Brown. Now I hate men. Why do you follow me then? Because you agreed with me at some point. It was some shit I said and you agreed with it. But now that I said something else that you don't like, now I gotta be the scum of the fucking earth, because that's how y'all talk to women when y'all say, you hate men, don't you? And the fact that I've had people in my real life who I have, like, really been there for and been a good person to in real life, been a good person to you, and you talk to me like that, it triggers me every time. And I know they mean to trigger me, but it honestly only makes me hate you more. It only makes me want to go with you motherfuckers even harder than I did before, bitch. Because how dare you? How dare you? And so, yeah, man, like in a situation like this, especially like with the education that I have in reading the books I've read, and I've read about different religious practices and how people view the two-spirited as a Gemini, understanding as a bisexual woman, like what it means to like encompass two different types of opposing energies at the same time and be a fucking Libra. I'm a Libra moon, a Libra rising, and a Gemini sun. I can't help but to try to be fair and to be able to be, to see both sides of things. That's just the way I am. But it also offers a hell of a lot of balance. I need balance, y'all. This is not balance to be going at people like this. I'm going to let this nigga finish. But this is weirdo shit. And so at the end of the day, if you do fuck with me, I'm not asking that you choose a side or any weird shit like that. But I do need for you to be questioning your motives at times, because I don't want people that hate other people to be fucking with me like that. I just don't.
Zai, you see how you got to defend the dogs? Because when we click your profile, you definitely don't be eating. You cock-outed as a bitch, which is why you got to turn to the side and take them pictures. That's what I be trying to say. Like, a hoe that don't eat, that starving shouldn't be talking about nobody else eating. Like, boo, you got to eat yourself. Y'all love to vicariously live through people. Like, when are you going to eat? When are you going to go to the damn eye doctor, the optometrist, and get that motherfucking eye straightened out? Come on, we got to work that out. Work that lazy, cock-outed eye out for us. And then maybe you can eat. Not you, T, baby. You not. More like a glass of piss. I wouldn't want to fuck with you. Like, you're cock-outed. Like, look how you turn to the side. Like, baby, you look like you eat people. Why would I want to fuck with anybody that look like they'll gnaw and chew on a bitch while they sleep? Like, oh, please. What you need to go do is get that eye fixed, bitch. Cyclops looking hoe. Talking about I couldn't fuck with you. I wouldn't want to, bitch. Do I look like I want to be nibbled and chewed on? You hungry hippo looking bitch. Talking about the dogs ate, but you are still starving. That's what I be confused about. You worried about the next bitch time eating. Yours is empty. When you gonna eat? When you gonna eat? Huh? When you gonna stop being hungry and eat? And now be quiet. Oh, okay, I thought so, bitch.
Girl, people be talking to themselves. Just like, I'm just saying, like, this is a lot of energy to put on one person. Let me see. Trying to figure out what video that was that sis was talking about the whole situation. Was it?
I want to wish a lovely Wednesday morning to my friend, the DL Whisperer.
Yeah, this was last year before this shit. Because I told this shit been going on for a long time. This from May of last year.
I attempted to make this video in another fashion earlier this morning when I initially saw the lovely Afro.
Hold up. I hate that TikTok is like this.
I want to wish a lovely Wednesday morning To my friend, the DL Whisperer, I attempted to make this video in another fashion earlier this morning when I initially saw the lovely affirmations that you sent to me in my inbox, and it didn't seem to align with the way that TikTok would like me to respond to affirmations like this. And so this is my attempt at shifting my messaging so I can ensure that I acknowledge the affirmations you sent me and I can address some things. I really hope that the basement is warm and inviting for you right now. I hope that you are encapsulated in safety and care in the nether regions of your mother's home. In your affirmations you sent me, you mentioned that I'm always in the house. I just want to appreciate you noticing my intentionality about being in a home, because I have a home and I don't share with anyone else. I'm not, squatting in someone's space. I want to appreciate and thank you for noticing that I'm able to traverse around my entire home, and there's light and there's windows and there's space, and it doesn't feel like a bomb shelter. And I'm thank you so much for acknowledging that. I want to send well wishes to many other people who I know are deep supporters of you, that allow you to exist in the redacted version of opulence that you purport to the followers that fall for your grift. I hope that the people who spend time sewing together the one do-rag you have, I hope their hands stay healed and dexterous, and there's not a presence of carpal tunnel there, because that can be hard. I know you're trying to stretch your things. I want to give honor to the stylist that ensures that those two hand twists at the front of your head that are meant to resemble a bang continue to keep those well maintained and ever present. I want to give honor and really send some appreciation to your Vaseline dealer. I know that's an essential component of how you're able to engage with us in community, specifically DL Men, which is your true community, the people you truly serve, and you really spend your time honoring. And I just want to thank you, and the affirmation of wanting, hoping that I'm out in the city. I'm really appreciative of that. Oftentimes when I am out in the city, it's a flyer associated with it because I'm booked to be there, and I'm hopeful that you can find one of those flyers and attend, and we can spend time together as an activist and a person who believes in accessibility. I oftentimes, if I'm attending something, I ensure that people who don't have money, people who are deeply impoverished, that we create some sort of sliding scale. So I'm hopeful you can come, because there likely won't be barriers with your circumstances to you entering a building that I'm in. Because I may the last be the first. Amen.
Women have been called everything but women to accommodate certain groups who cosplay. So this happens a lot, right? Like it's a halfway thing. That's what I don't like. We've been called birthers, individuals with uterus and everything else. So I don't know who has referred to you as that, but to me, I have often heard that from men, cishet men, referring to women as only being the fact that they can have babies. And the truth of the matter is, it's heterosexual men that really treat you like shit because you have babies, like, to be very clear. So I don't know when that happened. I feel like y'all are kind of being unrealistic about what has happened, right? On a large scale, you are not being called something other than a woman. If somebody sees you, they're gonna call you a woman, a girl, a female. That's the one they really like, which is more dehumanizing to me than anything else. But to me, I feel like, I don't know where this has happened, but to me, this sounds like your complaint is some shit that straight men be doing. But we're going to act like it's some of the trans girls. That's not to ignore the fact that there are trans girls that are problematic. Like I have always said, there are gay men that are problematic. And it took me meeting men, gay men, that were not completing other pieces of shit in order to see that everybody is not the same. And I shouldn't be treating everybody like they are the same. And that's just where I be coming from with it. You know what I'm saying? I do understand at times having conversations with people that feel like you're trying to disrespect me as a natural born woman, which, again, can't be a natural born woman. You can be a natural born female. But how they identify a woman is someone that grows into a certain level of femininity and performs a certain way. To be a woman is a certain type of performance. If one has a penis, they can still perform womanhood in a certain capacity, because essentially nobody's checking your cooch every day in order to determine whether you are a woman, because that would be insane, right? And yes, we are entitled to our lived experiences all the time. And so I'm not saying that that's not true, that hasn't happened to you. What I am saying is we should be very careful to not let singular situations turn into us punching down. Again, us acting like racist white people about womanhood. Like there's something to grab and keep from people. When really, if you are it, you are it. And nobody else's identity can change that. And that's why I said, like, about how you feel about yourself. Because ultimately, as a woman, when you embody your womanhood, I think at some point you kind of, just learn that anybody else's existence and how they feel about themselves has nothing to do with you. You see what I'm saying? But to me, at large, when it comes to just seeing women as birthers, that's something I feel like that straight men have been pushing in a way that's actually problematic for us. Like, that actually puts us in harm's way.
I just want to thank you for your affirmations. I hope you're
But
doing deep.
This is just one of the many reads. They were going back and forth for a while, y'all. Let me see. Is there one from December where she said I'm trying to see if there was one from December about her going to jail because he put that out as well. He put that out that she was going to jail when he was accusing her of being a molester. I'm trying to see.
Yes. I know this is sarcasm, but
to those women who are convinced that a man
Okay.
You can't have it both ways. You can't lay up with random men that you met online with no protection and then blame it on the gays when you fuck around and catch something. That's not how that works. You can't kiki with your girlfriends over cocktails and mimosas and talk about how you told them to leave it in and talk about how we've taken Plan Bs and drinking Hennessy all summer long, face ass and kiki and hee and then blame it on the gays when you fuck around and catch something. That's not how that works. And that's my thing. Like, y'all like to pick and choose. Like, y'all literally will make what's blowing.
Hey, so I do have an announcement. Stay tuned.
Hey, deal with
T.S. Madison, bring that ass outside. Look where I'm at, ho. What's up?
To me, it don't even look like you actually stopped.
Some of y'all want T.S. Madison to save y'all and save this situation so bad. Listen, T.S. Madison know what the fuck going on. Are we ready to have the real conversation now?
Like
the DL whisper.
No
So I'm about to get.
Not Harriet Tubman of the DL zone went private. Not the person that's trying to get the people to freedom has checked out. It couldn't have got that hot because Mama be boot cat in the street saying all types of stuff to all types of people. So what could have happened?
How the DL.
So
yeah,
because I want to knock
y'all.
Elite, you hear me? The creme de la.
Not gonna lie, I saw this on. Y'all, so the DL whisperer, y'all, now listen, he going for our girl Dominique Morgan. Now y'all know we don't play about Nick. We don't play. Oh my God, today we don't play behind her. It is one thing to come on social media and speak about what has been made public. Dominique is one of the fewest content creators that has made her life very transparent. She's disclosed.
Right.
Hey y'all, come in the room. This your granny, your TikTok granny. I just want to say something.
Don't worry about it. I got $100,000 in my purse. Oh, 100,000. 100,000. So are you gonna do the tipping? Yeah, I'll do the tipping. Oh, she'll tip.
Now, Dominique, you know we're supposed to help the less fortunate, right?
I wanted to use this.
The sooner we are.
Yeah.
I promised Madison I wouldn't say anything. He keeps posting about me because he wants me to respond to him. And
this is in November, y'all. This is in November last year. And I'm about to get off of this. But I just wanted to show y'all how long it's been going on.
This is how he gets traction. I read him twice, like in April when he said something about me. And then like a month ago when he came back to my page. And since then, he has created false documents making me seem like I was a person that touched children and I had to come on here and take people onto the website. Like, and he's someone sent me, I guess he's started his YouTube with these videos because it gets traction, because the large portion of the world is transphobic. And so if you create a space where you can talk about a trans person that is well known, it's helpful. He's never engaged with, Madison has never engaged with him once. And it's me, Madison, and Cherry, because he wants a reaction and reply. And so I'm not giving that to him. I did see the pictures and the videos of him saying he was coming to the Halloween party. I was in tennis shoes. I had my nails ready to cut them off. He was nowhere to be found. I saw where Angela Stanton sent him money to catch the bus to come, or however he was trying to get to the party. But he never arrived. He posted pictures of him in a Jason mask. All of those things, it would have been an interesting experience.
They have taken legal action. T.S. Madison got one, and actually, I think I saw Dominique talking about it this week, going to court. On Monday, went to court. About this situation that has been going on for months. The DL Whisperer doesn't care for the particular trans women because they talk down on and compete with natural born women and try to make our struggle in America their struggle when they chose it. Okay, girl. If that's what you believe. So I'll
tell you that.
I'm not here to change y'all mind about it, to be honest. I just wanted y'all to understand why I'm not fucking with the DL Whisperer. Again, I have my own discernment. I don't need anybody else to tell me about a nigga. But you know, listen, do your thing. If y'all think that he is out there fighting for your ability to, and it's like, what is this they talk down on? Listen, are y'all not talking down on them at the same time? I just want to be clear, because what happens is y'all get up there and y'all say shit that y'all know is rude to these people. They say something back to you rude, and now they're talking down on you. And it's not a two-way street where everybody is going at each other in ways that they know is going to hurt. The whole conversation about being called cisgendered, it's a scientific word that just describes when your sex aligns with your gender. That's really all it means, y'all. I used to feel the same way about it until I understood what it actually meant. And it's just an identifier. It just differentiates you from a trans woman, and in the way that it expresses that your gender is aligning with your sex, right? You're choosing to be a woman because you were born female. So you feel like those things connect for you. For some people, they do not. Being born female doesn't automatically mean wanting to walk around the world looking like a woman, and vice versa. For some people, these things do not align. That is okay as well. Y'all act like y'all don't, like there is not a concerted effort government-wise in order to hate on trans people. When you want to talk about what trans people are saying, and I hate that y'all have me up here defending anybody with a dick, to be clear. Like, I really hate that y'all got me up here doing this, because it then makes me feel like I'm fighting for somebody that's not myself, but I just can't be like this with y'all. Like, I just can't be like this in conjunction with y'all, because it doesn't feel good to me. It doesn't feel right to me. I don't feel like a trans woman's existence in life and wanting rights for themselves is fucking with mine. I don't feel that way. Okay. I'm not competing in a sport. And I feel like that might be a different conversation, right? That might be a different conversation to be had. But at the same time, y'all are not athletes either, bitch. Y'all are not getting kicked out of a pool by a trans woman. So what exactly are you competing for? Because if you feel like trans women are competing with you, for what? Because I'm trying to see something. What are y'all competing over? Hopefully not these niggas. I hope y'all listen to me enough to not be nowhere competing with nobody over no niggas. And I do understand y'all feeling slighted by being called cis, but it's really not a slight, y'all. How would I be slighting you? Listen, I was born with a vagina too, girl. I had a period too, girl. Why would I be saying that to you in a way that's meant to be nasty if it's meant to be nasty? It's not meant to be nasty all the time, y'all. It's not. You feeling offended by it, doesn't change the fact that the word means something. That's all. And y'all can go and because y'all haven't been on TikTok, girl. And this is why it's hard to leave TikTok, because y'all don't know about half the shit that be going on. And I'm a content creator. I got to know what's going on. So yeah. And I also feel like it took me a minute to realize how fucked up it is that y'all think it's cool to be out with somebody and be like, that's a man, right? I feel like these niggas know exactly what they doing, and y'all give them the leeway to act surprised, right? Cause they know what they doing. They know what the fuck they doing. And if they don't know, they gonna find out that's their motherfucking business. The way y'all be out here trying to jump in front of dick to save it from other dick is insane. It's insane, girl. They are not fighting for you that hard. And that's always where I come from with it. Y'all fight too hard for these niggas. Gay magazine covered. Renowned television and transmedia personality T.S. Madison has filed a temporary protective order against online commentator DL Whisperer, whose legal name is Naquan Palmer, following a public dispute that escalated from online commentary into documented safety concerns. Court records reviewed by Gay Magazine showed that Madison filed a temporary protective order, or TPO, after weeks of escalating online conflict, culminating in an incident in which Palmer appeared at her residence. Madison confirmed the filing exclusively to Gay Magazine. The dispute began after Palmer posted commentary reacting to T.S. Madison's interview with Nene Leakes. In the video, Palmer misgendered Madison and used rhetoric that is clearly transphobic. The commentary circulated broadly across platforms including Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube, drawing significant attention within Black and LGBTQ+ online communities. Following the video, Palmer publicly alleged that Madison and individuals associated with her doxed him by sharing his personal information online. Madison has never publicly addressed Palmer or engaged him on social media. Madison has denied the allegation, stating that she did not dox Palmer and that any such claims are false. Okay, I'm going to continue on. Palmer proceeded to make public death threats toward Madison online, eventually sharing a video of himself on TikTok driving past her Georgia home. As the dispute unfolded online, it becomes part of a broader national conversation about safety for trans women, particularly those with public visibility. Advocacy organizations and civil rights groups have reported rising levels of harassment, threats, and violence towards trans women, with Black trans women facing disproportionate risk. Since filing the protective order, Madison has disengaged from public exchanges related to this dispute and is allowing the legal process. And I told y'all that Dominique Morgan also went down to the courthouse. Okay? So, yeah. Y'all are entitled to support whoever y'all want to support. But this nigga's weird. And if you think you need to follow somebody that, tell you about a man, let me just tell you so you can save yourself some time and some negative energy. They're all gay. Just suppose all of them are gay. Suppose all of them would fuck a man if nobody was going to find out about it. Suppose all of them have had a homeboy suck their dick. Suppose all of them had a little strange with a trans girl, as long as they had plausible deniability, they was down with it. Please, just assume they're all on Twitter watching the trans girl porn. Okay? It's very interesting to watch, girl, especially when you see a trans girl with a regular girl. Very interesting shit to watch. I won't argue with you. I found myself stuck for a few seconds because, I didn't know what I was looking at first. And then I sat there for a minute and I was like, oh. Girl, listen. What the diva said the gag is going to be when the DL Whisperer takes all that money the women donated to him and starts transitioning. Oh my God. Because he reminds me of one of my gay homeboys who absolutely was transitioning. When he was outside, presenting as a male, And I knew him from childhood, and he was always gay, and he always did weird shit. Like, he lied to everybody and told them that we had sex when we was like 13, and I had to like low-key beat his ass, you know, in front of everybody. But he, you know, I still forgave him, and he was always still close to me. He also stalked me at one point when we were very young. Remember I told y'all that story about the boy that kept like calling me every time he saw my car pass when I was on my way home, and my dad told me, tell that little nigga stop stalking you like that, calling you every time. I know he watching you when we pass his house. Yeah, he grew up to be gay. God rest Cyrus' soul, girl. God rest his soul. He grew up to be gay, and eventually, as he was getting older, he was getting filler in his cheeks. And the last time I saw him, God rest his soul, he had a do-rag on just like this nigga. He had a do-rag on, and he had one of them like real flowy shirts on. He was dressed like a dude. He was going to try to get a job down to the hotel, and he had on some slacks, and he had on one of you know, he had it untucked, and it was a nice you know, one of them like Versace looking type of shirts. Okay, I never forget it. He was outside smoking a cigarette, filler all up in his cheeks and shit. And I knew about both of his Facebook pages. Okay, listen, God rest his soul. I have loved people in my life. Okay. And so at the end of the day, like, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm never going to go along with y'all feeling like trans women are doing something to y'all so terrible that y'all should all have this like vitriol and this hostility in order to go along with this shit. Like, I'm never gonna agree with that. I'm so sorry. I'm not really sorry. I'm being facetious. Instead of looking for DL men, why don't you just assume I read that one? Okay, girl, because listen, that's how I feel. I'm just gonna assume I can't trust none of you niggas. What? That's what I'm gonna assume. They are competing for the attention of a man. That's why they want to know who's DL and who's not. Yeah, girl, that's crazy. That's crazy. I ain't worrying about that. That ain't got nothing to do with me. Get that nigga STD panels and pay attention to how he move. Because if a hoe is a hoe is a hoe is a hoe. Like, it don't matter if he fucking a woman or a man. The woman could have a STD and the man could not. Like, the point is that you need to be on tip top with not just allowing your body to be given to any old nigga. And that's just what it is. Okay? Now get it together, everybody. I love y'all. Okay? And I need for y'all to walk in the light and not like Diddy. And a part of walking in the light is letting people be exactly who the fuck they are and not trying to control what's going on around you because you feel unstable, recognizing that people are different and these niggas like everything. Like, y'all really don't be, you know, y'all don't be wanting to believe that it's your nigga. And it's like, girl, you should on some level have a good eye. Okay? Listen. Don't be too surprised, bitch. Don't ever be too surprised. Now let's move on to Glorilla.
Start with just your grievance that you feel that your sister has an obligation to share the wealth.
Hey, yeah, she got an obligation to share the wealth. We sat here, we struggled together. Took baths and balls of water, rest, roaches, all that. Yeah, she obligated. Is them friends obligated? She doing everything for them. So yeah, I feel like I'm obligated.
What is it you think she's not doing for the family? What is the... you're making it sound like there's a real financial hardship. Describe what you're talking about.
She's not doing nothing. Nothing. She's not doing nothing for family. At all. She do little oohs and ahs for our parents or whatever, but barely nothing, because my mama still clocking the clock at FedEx. No, she don't want to work. Gloria got y'all believing this fake-ass, imaginary-ass thing where she retired them. No, she did not. My dad retired because his time was up. She supposed to have retired my mama, but she didn't. My mama still clocking the clock at FedEx.
Why does she owe it to you to support you and to support the family beyond what she wants to do? It's her money, right?
Because don't go on no interviews, talk about our struggle. You want to do that. That's not right. You don't sit here and talk about struggles, sit here and struggle with it. It's not one sibling, you got 9 other siblings. She get her money just because she got plenty other in Memphis she getting money to. I got 2 siblings staying down there in Atlanta with her that she treat them like housemaids. Y'all keep on painting this picture like she's just a good person, an upright person. She's not.
So here's something that Glow.
Now that part I believe. That part I believe because y'all was all raised by the same people. That don't mean I think, that everybody is at the same level of griminess in y'all family. I don't believe that. But I already said that Glow been acting like a fucking weirdo for a minute now. Okay? And we gonna get to Glow in a second. But I just wanted to take us back to how this all started with Glorilla's sister getting on the internet and going to TMZ and doing 11 fucking interviews and skits and sit downs since she came out to tell us that Glorilla owe her family something. Girl, good night.
Pretty publicly did last year when your dad, you said he retired. His time was up, so he retired. And she bought him a brand new Jaguar as a retirement gift, right? And we saw this back in November. I mean, that's pretty nice to give someone a Jaguar, no?
What picture of the Jaguar do you have?
I just know it's a white Jaguar.
What evidence do you have of the brand new Jaguar?
Are you saying that the Jaguar was not, she didn't actually give him a
It was
Jaguar?
nowhere near new. What evidence do you have of that brand new Jaguar?
There's an Instagram video
and
of
of
it.
course, she gonna try to make it look good for y'all. My dad over there broke as a mother right now.
Let's say she has $2 million. How much of that does she owe to you and the rest of the family of that $2 million?
She can get all of her like $2,500 a piece.
How much?
$2,500 a piece. That's all. That's all we asking for. That's not even a lot.
$2,500.
I ain't even trying to break you, but you could throw us a little something.
That's it? Just $2,500 flat, or is that a
$2,500 flat?
I think she would jump at that.
I think if that's all you want, I think Glow might jump at that.
But imagine her being on for 4 years and not giving us zero. None at all.
What does your mom think about you going public with this whole thing?
At the end of the day got to end. I don't give a
Let's start.
Okay, y'all. I'm sorry. That was hilarious. At the end of the day, they got I don't give a fuck. Okay, and then we found out that allegedly Tory Lanez bitch ass send Glorilla money, and I thought this shit was hilarious because I was like, Tory Lanez ain't send Milagro Grams no money to help with her court case, but you got money to send to Glorilla's sister, nigga. Get your punk ass out. You know what I'm saying? Get your punk ass out my motherfucking mentions with that shit. Okay, I don't know why y'all consistently make Finesse 2 times famous, but Finesse 2 times was online talking about her as well, and she responded to Finesse 2 times. Okay,
I'm talking about, you know how embarrassing it is to be at the club, mother. That's closer, and I walk outside to a Malibu bitch.
First of all, I think that it's funny that she was telling those jokes, and I don't know why Finesse was somewhere talking about somebody tell Glorilla's sister shut the fuck up. Cause like, nigga, you shut the fuck up. I get tired of seeing your wobble head, misshapen body, Mr. Potato Head looking ass on my timeline all the time. I get tired of seeing you, and you always up there talking to somebody about something.
Now, Finesse, you want to sit here and talk about me selling ass, but you the one got the biggest booty. And you the one got the tummy tuck. Ho, you the one over there looking like a coke bottle, bitch. You need to go sell some ass and get sugar out of jail, ho. Keep me up your motherfucking mentions. Ho, you can't get mad at me that every label drop you, bitch. But if you want to go there, we can go there. Because you ain't hitting no shit, bro. You only spread about 5,000 to 6,000, ho. We in the same boat, too, really, to be honest.
Nigga, you in a Malibu, too.
Telling me about some motherfucking Glorilla sister. Fuck that bitch. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, see, anybody this nigga look like it. This nigga look like the clown from It, and y'all up there laying up under that nigga in jail for that nigga. That's exactly where you should be. Is that girl still in jail? Is that girl still in jail that laid up under him and let him do his business on her, and now she in jail for him? Is she still in jail? Yay, that's exactly where you should be. Cause you shouldn't be responsible for no children or a body if you laying there and letting the It monster do his business on top of you. I never understand The way some of y'all bitches think. These the niggas that be DL that y'all be confused about. All of the evidence was always there that you didn't need to fuck with him. And you needed a nigga with a do-rag on to tell you that this nigga out here getting bussy somewhere?
Do you think I give a fuck about a motherfucking bitch with tattoos in their face? Do you think I give a fuck? Huh? Man, I slap that bitch to the floor. That whole dead wrong. It's just that simple, man. You don't go to the internet and talk about your folk like
I know a whole bunch of lesbians that look just like this nigga.
the next motherfucker success. Bitch.
Look at this nigga. Y'all really letting this nigga lay on top of y'all, talk all in y'all face, slap coming out his mouth because them fucking teeth too big? Like, you really laying up with this? Like, women, please talk to me. What you going through, bitch? It is not 1995. Why are y'all doing this still? Niggas that look like this. When I tell y'all these people look like what they been through, they look like what they been through. Why you don't believe them?
And I ain't through with you. I just want them to hear this motherfucking me unreleased. But I ain't through with your motherfucking ass, bitch. Cause you remind me of motherfucking my cousin them, bitch. Shut the fuck up.
So you picking on her because she remind you of somebody that you know?
And
You
go
a
get
weirdo.
you some motherfucking money, bitch. Go do a drive-by. Fucking me, a waitress.
Look how long he been talking about this lady. And then he all in the camera. That's way too much. Y'all be forgetting that these niggas be wanting to fuck studs.
Okay,
Hold up. Y'all be forgetting. Hold up. So Glorilla responded. But before we get into, because I got to go run to the restroom. Please let me go run to the restroom. Okay, can we take a quick little break? Just right quick, right fast, and we'll be right back. Please like the video. It's like 1,700 of y'all in here. It would be real cute if y'all would like the video. Thank you. Let's get back into it.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Yes, it's early in the morning. I'm finna get glam did. Bitch, I got a motherfucking video shoot today. But I just need to let y'all know, inspirational motherfucking message. Bitch, what God got for you, nobody can take it away. No matter who you is, no matter what you say, you can't beat God. Y'all can talk shit all day, every day, and guess what? I'm still gonna win, because guess what? God on my side, and 100 motherfuckers can't tell me nothing. Bitch, what's up? Yeah, every time you pray on my downfall, I ain't gonna do shit but go up and up every time. You ain't noticed the shit? You ain't noticed the shit? I don't think you is. I think you legal. I think y'all legally blind around this motherfucker, bitch. Cause ho, wait, guess what? Guess what, bitch? I'm glowing, bitch. I look good, ho. Oh. Hey, what's up, y'all? Yes, it's early in the morning.
So that was one of them, right? There's more. Don't trip. There's more. Let's slide on up. Oh, girl. I've been on here for a minute. Oh, girl.
But like I said, I don't like y'all being in the public, because like I said, You gonna do stuff like go work because you still want to, so it ain't no point of like. That's why I ain't want you. My mama begging me to put statements out to take her side, and no, she don't gotta do all that. Mom, you keep doing what you want to do. You keep getting spoiled every month, and you keep working because you want to work because you don't want to lay on your back and beg nobody for nothing.
We resigned because the girl told where we were, the hours that we were going, so we had to resign.
And that's fine because you don't gotta. How many hours was you working there anyway?
Two, 3.
So you going to work for 2-3 hours, but she acting like you just need to go work there. I'm pretty sure that's $200 a week.
She didn't know we were working at first. And when I couldn't give her the money, I did, and I said, well, I'm working. She said,
But like I said, I don't like y'all being in the public because, like I said,
she said you working, so that made her think that I was struggling.
It's cool, Ma. You taken care of. You can get whatever you want. You don't gotta explain nothing. I let you come on here on my live, so they can hear your side of the story. Cause everybody hearing everybody's side of the story, but mine. Cause I wasn't gonna say nothing. I was just gonna let God deal with it. But what she not finna do was just act like you were just this horrible parent. Okay, yes, we struggle. Everybody struggle. Like,
girl, everybody don't struggle 10 kids deep in the 2000s, ma'am. Everybody don't struggle 10 kids deep in the 2000s, girl. That's a 1970s thing that everybody grandma was going through. But by the time we had gotten to y'all, by the time we got to you, Glow, by the time the world arrived at the year of the Glorilla, for you to be born into the world, girl, no, people shouldn't have 10 children that they can't afford to feed. That's not just regular struggling, bitch. It's not. That's not regular struggling. That's why your sister on here begging right now, because survival mode was way too strong in y'all household. Don't come up here and try to make no excuses now. I understand what you doing. You still young. You love your mama. You gonna come up here and defend her. But baby, the proof is in the pudding, bitch. The proof is in the pudding.
it is what it is. Thank you, Mom, for raising me to be who I am. Thank you for giving me my name and marking me to be blessed to be able to take care of the people who take care of me. And I love you, and I thank you for all your time you spend with us as kids to where I'm in now. I love you, Mom.
I love you too, baby. Thank you so much.
All right, I'm going to get on here and I'm going to talk. I'm going to say what I got to say, but you done.
She said you working.
Yeah. So like I said, I was, dang, bro, y'all was nosy. I'm going to tell y'all what I don't like, and I'm real. I was going to leave it alone. I was going to take the high road. I take the high road about everything else. But like I said, I ain't going to get on here and say everything you did to me as a kid. It's I don't know, I was a minor, so half of it ain't public record. I ain't going to talk about how you got me sent to jail for a whole week. We ain't going to talk about that. How you tried to shoot me and set me up. You got me sent to jail. We ain't going to talk about none of that.
Oh, Lord.
All right?
Oh,
I ain't
Lord.
gonna talk about half the stuff you did. Just leave it alone. You doing you right now. Keep doing you. Keep my family out of it. Keep me out of it. You see, you at where you at all because you said my name. You could have been saying my name and did a positive. You went about it the wrong way, y'all. Now you'll never get a penny out of me. And y'all saying other people, the ones y'all got y'all input to put on it. Y'all ain't never been. My whole life, even before I was rich.
Girl, I don't know who said that your sister was right, but none of us said that, just to be clear. We was all on your side on this one, but she funny.
I always been yeah. Extra shit, I always been the one to do shit for motherfuckers. So y'all, the ones that feel where she coming from, y'all don't know shit because y'all ain't never been the ones to have shit.
Nah, I ain't say, I said I felt where she was coming from because people know what it's like to be so close to somebody that got it and not have it. And it's such a sickening feeling when you're struggling. And I understand that because at the end of the day, like the society is built for us to feel that way. That's intentional. It's intentional for you to not even be able to look at your family and be happy for your family because it's impossible to help everybody and still have, like, as an individual. And so because it's like that on an individual level, y'all think it should be like that on a governmental level. And I'm like, nah. Nah, it's different. Y'all collecting funds from people in all of these different ways, all of the fucking time, and y'all can't afford to feed people. Y'all can't afford to make sure that people are not out here scratching and surviving good times. Y'all can't afford to make sure people got health care. Yes, you can. You just don't want to, but you can. And that's not the same thing as an individual person not being able to secure financially 10 motherfuckers, including, and then add their parents on top of that. 12 motherfuckers. No.
Like, extra shit, I always been the one to do literal mental patient. And they laughing at you and not with you. You making a fool out of yourself. I want you to know that.
Nah, we laughing with her. We laughing with her. They got some people that might be laughing at her, but we like, bitch, go be a comedian and get your money that way instead of begging. At least over here. That's
Like,
my opinion.
I could have got on there and told them how you broke out of Lakeside. How you had to take an IQ test and they determined that you had to go to the mental hospital. And how you broke out that bitch. And they had to find you and come bring you back. You're a mental patient. So I'm not.
Girl, you said your mama did a good job, but the more you tell us about what happened in your family, the more I'm like, girl, what the fuck is really hood up and around there?
7 years ago, I still don't fuck with you no matter that I got money, bitch. Go get your own money. Go get it how I had to get it, bitch. I don't owe you a fuck ass thing. Bitch. Now, I hope this run you up too, bitch. Go live screaming at the phone with your goddamn schizophrenic motherfucking ass and make you some money, bitch. And
Yeah, because she look like a stud that'll beat your ass. She do. She do. She do. Like, she absolutely look like a girl that will low-key try to scare you into being in a relationship with her. I've encountered many of these women. Okay? Nigga ain't never felt like Glorilla's sister was on the up and up. The fuck? I know a crazy ass stud when I see one, bitch. That's a crazy ass stud. This is a crazy ass stud. I don't know if y'all back in the day, y'all used to be watching the online shows. What was it? Was it Between Women? Y'all remember when the bitch had the chick on Between Women chained to the toilet in the bathroom? And all of the homegirls and all of them had to come over to the apartment to get the girl unchained from the toilet. And then she got back with the bitch. Was beating her ass and her chain to the fucking toilet in the house. The bitch was crazy. Light-skinned studs. Listen to me. When I tell y'all about how these motherfuckers be. Not ableism. Girl, not ableism. That's not girl. I'm just talking on the people I know and that I've been around. And a lot of times it be people that should have went, that they was getting a check. A lot of the girls that, yeah, they mamas was getting checks. But I blame their fucking parents because everybody be like having babies and don't care nothing about the traumatic situations they putting toddlers in. And by the time your baby gets 7, now she got a whole bunch of silver teeth and she beating the fuck out of people at elementary school and you just gonna let the state handle it. Listen, I've met these people. Yeah, Brooke. Yes, from Between Women. Y'all know y'all remember. Come on, my girls. Listen. Oh, Lord. But yeah, that whole name Scarface for a reason. Cause she was somewhere fighting and tussling with the girls. Please believe me. These hoes is not safe. Okay, is you cool? Glow sister Scarface exposes their mother's phone number in an attempt to prove that Glow and her mom aren't on good terms. Ooh, girl. I'm not even gonna. Girl, not you saying a number. Hi, Gloria. Are you mad at me about something again? Listen, girl, what you told us is that your mama was abusive. And so even if Glorilla be good with your mama sometimes and bad with your mama other times, that's to be expected in these situations, my girl. That's to be expected. Why is you putting all of this on blast because you want us to dislike Glow? Bitch, a lot of us dislike Glow for a whole other set of reasons that actually is connected to how y'all parents was raggedy. But not the messages, girl. What she got? This y'all group text? Just y'all group text? Hold up. This is beginning to be a pattern. When I forgive, I forget as well. Well, nobody should be forgetting. That's stupid. But when I see the same behavior repeat itself, then it causes me to remember what I had forgiven. You keep getting my hopes up of celebrating your successes with you at your contract reading, as well as recent award shows, then snatched the rug from under me by not responding to my calls or texts prior to the contract signing or award show. Oh my God, Glow. You even asked us to retire, and I did. Elder and Daniel didn't retire, even though you spoke to Elder yourself and asked him to retire. You said you had us, but every time you give me anything, I have to ask for it. For the longest, you didn't give me a penny till you started hanging around Cardi. From what I've heard, she's all about taking care of family, just like your friend Glossy. You didn't even move us. God blessed us with the cars and house. Remember, I told you that I was expecting Lil G, meaning you to help us, but had to go to Big G, meaning God. That's very manipulative for you to even say that. That I'm expecting Lil G to help me. Girl, that sounds like something Puffy would tell his sons when he was waiting to go on trial. I'm expecting y'all to help me. Girl, your actions towards me and the family are so very disrespectful. The last time you showed this exact same behavior for the Grammys, we went out and bought stylish as well as expensive. Hold up, bitch. What a rest. What a rest. Expensive everything that we normally wouldn't have bought to make you look good so that your colleagues wouldn't look down on us again. You know whom I'm speaking of. In actuality, you should have purchased our look from head to toe because we're representing you. You have my children backstage looking like bums. Your own little brother refused to take pictures with you because his shoes weren't in good shape. Roscoe did take a picture with you, but look at his shoes. Speaking on the children, it's horrific. In the way you're doing Lil Eddie and Miracle, you have my children caged in your home, not feeding them, nor allowing them to go outside anywhere. You have Lil Eddie, who is emotionally unstable, walking around the house all day with a rifle strapped to him like he's Rambo. You say that you're a millionaire. Get professional security. Miracle's hair in old braids under a cap when Teasy walking around with expensive hair in her head. But they choose you. You even had Teasy's family in your home chilling with them for almost a month. But you had us to come down much later, and all we did were be your slaves, fixing up your house. Your own daddy comes to the award show in suits. Hold up, hold up. Girl, this is a lot. This all supposed to be what the mama said? Oh my God. Yeah, they need to be on the Yana for all of this. Hold up. In suits that I bought over 15 years ago. Girl, we could tell. We see that man in his suits. They don't fit. We went out and purchased luggage, among other things, when you asked us to come to your signing with Gotti. We were packed and waiting on your call to go to the airport, and you didn't even have the decency to answer your phone, even inform us that we weren't coming until you got tired of me calling and texting you. Then you finally responded with a text the next day. Sound like your daughter having a good time using the same power over y'all that you exerted over her. That's what it seemed like to me, if any of this is true. What is this? What fame does to a person? Gloria, I will always love you, but the way you do your own family isn't right. I pray that God shows you the error of your ways and you repent of them. Can you imagine somebody abusing you as a child and then throwing God in your face? Bitch. By the way, with that type of behavior, it makes me wonder about something. When you ask us to drive to Atlanta on the pretense of spending time with you, but instead you use my expertise to do your interior decorating. Upon returning home, we discovered that girl, you should be doing that type of shit for your daughter anyway. What are you talking about? That our tire was on a flat. When we had gotten on the expressway in Atlanta, I asked Elder to pull over because the tires didn't sound right, but he told me that it was the street that made for a noisy ride, which did get quiet. We drove hundreds of miles back home on a tire that had been supernaturally sealed for our protection. Thank you, God. Here's the kicker. Girl, I can't stand people like this. When we took the tire to the shop later, girl, all of this, Wayman, girl. All right, this the last slide because I gotta go. We when we had gotten on the expressway in Atlanta, I asked Elder to pull the hole up. She said Supernaturally sealed for our protection. Thank you, God. Here's the kicker. When we took the tire to the shop later that morning, the man said that the tire had been punctured from the inside. So in a dreamy vision, I remember isolated incidents that happened while we were there. You can call me and I will disclose them to you, but specs y'all already know. So girl, what you think? They put witchcraft on you, girl? You think they tried to puncture y'all tires? Y'all could have just rolled over on something and it was a slow leak. That happens all the time. Oh my God. That's the reason why they were fake profusely crying when we left, but wouldn't even answer their phones when we tried to inform them that we'd made it home safely. Then later on that day, Lil Eddie got on a group chat talking out of his head. I would like to believe that my own children didn't try and kill us by puncturing our tires. Girl, what I said? Actually, everything was fine until you got angry because we drove your truck to the airport to pick you up at your request. Again, things that make you go, Anyways, I'm yet praying. So, girl, girl, I don't believe that lady punctured from the inside. How the fuck would a tire be punctured from the inside? Can you explain that to me? Girl, to me, this lady sound crazy. The same way you allowed for the Lord to convince you to have 10 children that you couldn't take care of and abuse them. I don't want to hear nothing about the Lord, girl, from you. I don't want to hear nothing about the Lord from you because I can't trust what you say about the Lord, ma'am. But yeah, y'all, with that being said, to see that that's how her mom is acting, I don't trust anything from Gloria or her sister. I don't trust nothing from neither one of them people. But anyway, I gotta go. I appreciate y'all. No, for real. A lot of black women are extremely unsafe. Extremely unsafe, girl. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I hope y'all have a good rest of y'all day. And I will see y'all tomorrow. Okay? Peace out, y'all. Be cool by the pool, fool.